Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
So tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Talk Nerdy to Us. Steph has a busy schedule the next couple of weeks, so I reached out to her and I said, I have to have an awesome co-host, and I'm bringing Blabs back on. So
Hi, everybody.
My co-host for the next 2 weeks, and I'll be covering like the next 2 episodes because Steph is going, like I said, going to be busy. I think she's kind of traveling a little bit, so she's unable to do it. And we have a lot to talk about. It's like we can't go a week without a lot. And I also have her on because she's the Percy Jackson expert. I'm a complete fucking noob when it comes to that stuff.
I have to know something besides Harry Potter and like Star Wars.
I can only glean enough to, like, you know, based on my knowledge of Greek mythology, that Percy Jackson's a play on Perseus.
Yes,
basically.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, I know that much. I know that much.
Yeah, I watched the Disney movie.
I don't know that much, but like a lot of stuff went down with the author Rick Riordan. So what she covered, we're gonna go into her latest Geeks and Gamers article because like
I got hate for that one.
Yeah, he had to open his mouth. I don't know what it is about these people. He had to open his mouth, but yeah. So Blabs, let everybody know all about you before I say hello to the chat and go into the topics we'll be covering tonight.
Hi, everybody. I am Blabs, aka Blabberine C. I write for Geeks and Gamers, and a little self-promo. I literally just dropped Jay's article on Twitter like a couple hours ago. So after this, go read it.
All right, yeah. So after this, go read it. I'll be bringing up, like I said, her article, so you'll see the website. It's like where to go to. It's geeksandgamers.com, and I wish I could go a week and have barely any topics to cover.
Right.
But I really had to narrow it down because there was a lot that we could have talked about. But yeah, the topics for this evening are Rick Riordan. Had to really kind of not necessarily go into the weeds, but there's like, you know, he and his wife.
They're loco. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, they're both nuts, pretty much. So, but yeah, so they first there was the race swapping of the one particular character.
Well, technically, there's like 2 race swappings, but we'll talk about that after.
Oh no, well, yeah, but basically like the race swappings happening, and like leading up to inevitably now they're accusing fans of they're racist, like we're racist, or like you're racist if you're a fan.
Everybody's a racist, like Oprah Winfrey style. You're a racist, then you're a racist.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you know, if you at all criticize the casting choice, because God forbid that there's any character accuracy. And speaking of character accuracy, and I kind of forgot to mention this to you backstage, is the Resident Evil show that's coming.
Yeah, I looked that up.
Yes. There's a major race swap that happens, which really they don't think these things through. They really don't think these things through because the race swapping is of the bad guy. So basically, they make the black man the bad guy.
Oopsie daisies.
Oops. And now the showrunner is coming out and saying that like they're limited by character accuracy. So it's like, you know, it's like we have to accept the race swaps because otherwise it makes showrunners limited. I'm like, I don't see. We're gonna go into that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
And then Activision. I don't know how to describe this, but it's a diversity space tool, and that's basically to help them make sure that they are diverse.
Like an algorithm to see how well they are. Are you diverse enough?
Yeah.
I didn't understand shit, to be honest.
So
I was reading. I was like, how the hell does this thing detect everything?
I don't know. I don't know how this tool works, but we're going to go into like what exactly the tool is. And apparently, and I was actually shocked that I saw this on CBR.com, but apparently with like some kind of cringe comments here and there, gamers are roasting it. Yes. Gamers are actually roasting it. Yeah.
Epic Mike actually roasted on Twitter. He's like, "Oh, so glad."
Yes. And I had to go through another article to get to this article because the author, Jason Schreier, is that his name? I can't even remember. This guy blocked me on Twitter, a long time ago. I called him out on something. They said something stupid he said, and he blocked me pretty much. But
well,
yeah, but
free
he
speech.
wrote an article. Yeah, he wrote an article on the Sony PlayStation CEO. And the CEO's comments aren't the cringe part. They're not the cringe parts. And we'll get into that in a little bit. It's the spin around it that's the cringe element. And then finally, as we're trying to do from here on out, ending on a funny note. So we're not completely prone to alcoholism by the end of the stream. And I brought up, like, we're getting into spring. We're getting into kind of like the summertime and vacations start happening. And I brought up this article with like 50 photo fails, pretty much, like vacation fails and things like that. So we can have a little bit of a laugh near the end of the episode. Because there is
it's not all doom and gloom, guys.
Yeah, so there is, like I said, I had to narrow it down because we had Marvel's transgender hero. We had Disney, like their whole Pride marketing stuff is happening now, things like that. And, yeah, so, but no, these are the topics. I figured, like, we'll just cover this stuff. We'll cover this stuff. And then we'll end on a fun note. So from the top with the comments, Mystic Red Knight says hello to everyone. Says hello. Jacob Ironside, my evening is going well. When I don't know if Blake is in the chat, but I do have the lollipop again because he was upset that I didn't have it on the stream last night. So I went out and got a couple. So
Liquid Blake, why do you have a lollipop?
Yeah, I
such a weird.
You just say like men have interesting minds.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Oh, there he is in the chat.
Speak of the devil. All right, I'll get to it eventually.
Hi, Dan.
Orange Hat Reviews. It's Almara and Blabs. Good to see you on this muggy evening. Yeah, I actually walked to the local Walgreens to get a couple things I needed, and this is where I got this. So bubblegum flavored. I don't know. I'm trying. It's the first time I'm trying it.
I don't like bubblegum flavor.
Reminds me of like the medication. I was dying on the way back. I actually dying on the way there, so I got this Gatorade, and then dying on the way back. So I nearly sucked this down in one go. That's how that's a
lot of Gatorade in one go.
Yeah. So yeah, it's miserable here. So says hello Mara and Steph. Steph obviously. Hello Blabs. Can't stay too long. Just want to stop in and say hi. So hello Dominic. He's shows up in my Twitch chats. He's very awesome, support and all that. Trey. So hey Mara and Blabs, I'm ready for the cringe. Let's do this. Yes. Let's do this. Drew Deck Games. Hi Mara and Blabs. I hope I can stay awake.
You will.
If the rage doesn't keep you awake, then certainly maybe the alcohol might put you to sleep. But you gotta start drinking. You gotta start drinking to get through some of this stuff. Star Lord, hello. Going to join as soon as I can. I'm still working. No worries, Star Lord. Don't worry.
Oh, hey.
So you're in the chat. TD says hi, everyone. Good to see you, TD. Storyman Jack says, hail y'all. I'm writing, so I'll be looking. No worries, Storyman Jack. Lurk away. Much appreciated you're here. Sitting Brave Megatron, send me a link on Mulan for you.
Yes, I love Mulan.
Okay. Well, as soon as I get through the chats, I'll send the StreamYard link to him. Yeah, but he's been going through the Disney characters. He did,
I've seen some of the stuff on Twitter. I like it.
Mason Shepard, hello. Good to see you. Corey Cochran, what's up? Mr. Bentham, let's go. Yes, let's go. We got a lot of cringe to get through. Ragfear. So, hello, Ragfear. Dan Blackbird. Yes, I got the lollipop. So, making sure, like I said, say hello to everyone. Mo Monty, hello. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Not going to do the Linda Carter spin. You'd be disappointed because I'm not wearing the bottoms. I am wearing the... Here, I'll stand up. I am wearing the top because it's...
Wow. Dang.
So, oh, sorry. I never read the books. Neither have I, really. So she's the expert here.
Yeah.
He's the expert here.
Unfortunately. It's something else that's ruined. I feel.
So, well, the Lord of the Rings fans feel for you because
yes,
we're
they know.
So, Phil TMNT, hail Mara and Blabs. Good to see you, Phil. Tim F says, hail Tim F. Gotta make sure I don't miss anybody. Hound 3000 needs some hugs. Says woof woof, arf arf, bark bark. To Mara, Blabs, and everyone. Thank you, Hound 3000.
Bark.
Another supporter goes way back, pretty much. So he's always been there.
Cool.
Well, she's awesome first, by the way. Yes. And this is Blab. She goes by Blab, Blabbering Collector on Twitter. So yes. No, she's not bald, Michael.
No, it's very frizzy today, like super frizzy. So I was like, I'm not dealing with this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Curly frizzy hair.
I have like my hair. I brush my hair straight, but if I let it air dry and like jump on a string, you'll see the waves in my hair.
Yeah, I have I got the whole curl sensation. It's great. So hat today.
Yeah, pretty much. I feel you. That's why I wore a ponytail for most of the day today because of that. It's like I got muggy and then started thundering. And I'm like, oh,
I look like Mufasa when I woke up this morning. I was like, what the fuck?
So King of the Squibs says, all hail the Squib Nation. So hail the Squib Nation. Yes, Stan is happy I have a lollipop.
I should have known. Next time I'll bring a lollipop. That way we'll have 2 lollipops.
There you go. Trace is as hot as fuck here. I wish it was. No, you don't wish it was muggy. You really don't wish it was muggy.
No. I'd rather have the West Coast weather right now.
Oh, God, Lethal. Come on.
One is not fixed.
One is naked. One is not. Fix this. Hello, all. Hey, Amara and White Steph. I mean, Blabs. I am here listening and 2 of my favorite hoes. Thank you so much.
Wow, now we're his hoes.
Wow. Yes. So 2 of his favorite hoes, by the way. So I think like we should appreciate the fact that he had the favorite parts. So
that's true. We rank higher above all else hoes. So, good.
I don't know why guys think this, but yeah, there he is. Mark Jacobs, hello, ladies. Good to see you. I think Angela's Draven. Sorry. Hey, good to see you. Yes, I stood up. Thank you. And the claps. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, sorry. And all hail fun size Mara. Yes, I'm fun size. That's how I describe myself.
Wait, how tall are you?
5'2".
Oh, okay. Wow, I'm actually taller than you.
Well, there you go. People were actually like surprised. Like they're like, I thought you were like. They actually like imagine me as like 5'7" or something like that.
Yeah,
no,
actually, I thought you were. I'm like about 5'4", give or take. It's like 5'3" and 3/4, like the Hogwarts Express. Whatever.
Yeah, so you beat me by like a couple inches. Actually, my sister is 4'11".
Wow.
She's under
I beat her.
Yeah, so she definitely beat her. I beat her by only a few inches. So when she complains that like how short she is, I tell her to shut up. Pretty much, because I'm not much taller than she is.
That's great.
We got our mom shames pretty much. But all right, I got through the chat. So let's go into this Rick Riordan.
Oh yeah.
I guess situation is putting it lightly because he's not doing himself
or even anyone any favors. No one.
Like I'm not defending Disney, but like he's not doing anyone any favors by opening his mouth. He didn't do anyone any favors by like doing the whole race swap thing with like now like a couple characters.
Yeah, it's just bad PR for everybody. Disney has a lot of shit going on right now. A lot from every perspective, from Marvel to like Star Wars.
What it is. Yeah, I don't know what it is about these and the doubling down on like the whole throwing out like the racist card or sexist card or anything like that. It's like anybody who might have given them a chance is like you're basically pushing them away.
Yeah.
Diehard fans are pretty much, I would say, wouldn't be going to see it anyway. But then you have the ones that are on the fence going, let's see how it is, sort of situation. But you push them away, and you're left with the normies, and the normies aren't going to care.
No, they're really not. Because listen, the books came out in like 2005. That was when the first book came out. So there's a whole new generation. Yeah, he's like done a whole bunch of other books now. But they're all woke. They have like all different characters, and apparently, like he killed off one of the main characters from the Percy Jackson series. And I found out, and I was like, "What the fuck did he do?" And they don't sound very good. They just don't. It's just woke diversity. He's got trans children in books now. I'm just like, okay, whatever, it's fine. But like, are you forcing an agenda, or does it make sense to the story? Because before, if you ever read the books, which you didn't, there's kind of like diversity in there, I guess. Like when you have a gay dude, you have like different Asians and blacks and everything, but it was never forced, right? So it made sense to the story, and so that's what made the story fine. It was great. It was interesting. No,
like we don't have like
you can't Same
any
anymore.
issues with that, like the diversity itself, as long as it's
Yeah.
organic.
Yeah, it was
So-
never forced. I always thought it was really cool. They gave you different perspectives.
Mhm.
It's fine,
And
but now it's just
like,
shit.
But it's like now it used to be diversity was basically more than skin deep.
Oh yeah.
So you could have like an all white cast, like say Friends. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know if you ever watched like the Friends show, but basically
yeah, I
they were
love
an all
Friends.
white cast, but they themselves were diverse because they had different personalities, they had different perspectives of life. So
yeah, and like he had a lesbian wife. Come on.
yeah, so it's like so, but nowadays, and I feel so fucking old saying this. Hey, superstitious black man. Yeah, I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
Oh, me?
I like that thing. But
That's a great
nowadays,
one.
it's like
How's it going?
diversity is
Oh,
yes, skin color, gender, or sexuality. That's like the three, and that
Yeah,
automatically
it
makes
can't
everything
be like
diverse.
different personalities. No. It's
No.
What personality?
Yeah,
what's that? They don't have
I
that
don't-
anymore in television. Nobody has
Nah.
shit.
no, from my experience on Twitter, that side, and not that I'm not even like that far on the other side. I'm looking at the other that one side and going, there is no personality. Like there's no
isn't. It's
individualism
just
there.
It's just people like being victims or hating other people just solely on
Yeah.
their skin color. I'm like, cool.
Yeah,
Count me out.
It's like so I made that the tweet that's like it's ironic. It never ceases to amaze me how ironic it is that the side that like it's all about championing individualism and like claiming they are all about individualism always looks to the
They
government
really
to make
aren't.
for them.
It's bananas. We live in like clown world. That's all I can say. That's really it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hi. Steph's okay. She's great. She's traveling.
She's
not dying,
so
guys.
that's like you missed the
Well, that's a
beginning.
relief.
Yeah, so she's traveling, so she's unable. She might be able to join next week, but like tonight she's traveling, so she's on the road and she's unable to do it.
On the road again.
Yes. So
I'm singing.
but,
I won't.
Let's play with the blog post you shared from me. Like this from Rick's own site, because we're gonna go into the
Rick.
Percy Jackson stuff first. Because there's like again like this is gonna cover most of our discussion because there's a lot. He doubled down. His wife
He
doubled down.
doubled and tripled and quadrupled, and he was foreshadowing this shit, and I didn't even pick it up because I wasn't paying attention to what the fuck he was saying.
But it's like wife even went after fans, and I was like,
oh yeah, they're all
the
deranged. They
fuck?
all have the derangement syndrome.
yeah. So this is actually from April. All right, this is his own personal site. I guess his blog, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, he makes posts every now and then. So this is a whole month ago, just so you guys are aware. Remember that a month ago.
So, but you're like pointing out there's gonna be like a little bit of foreshadowing in this that if we. So there's like he hadn't kind of like slipped this under the wire. Sort of
so if you scroll down a bit to I think where it starts talking about keep going.
Like here,
it's other questions I bet you're asking.
Okay, other questions. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is where he talks about the casting for the Percy Jackson show.
So if you look inside like the middle of the paragraph, it starts saying about the movies that shall not be watched, aka the two movies that came out in 2010 and 2013, which are abysmal, basically. He was like, I didn't really have a problem with Annabeth being blonde. It was more the fact that they were so old, which, yes, everyone had a problem with the fact that they were old, because in the books, they're supposed to be 12 years old, and in the movies, they were like 16, 17, or 18 years old. So that was a huge thing because there was a prophecy in the books saying that by the time he turns 16, he'll have to make a decision. So if he's already 16 when the movie starts, then what the fuck's going on here, right? Hi. So it was just a whole debacle. And Annabeth wasn't blonde at all. And I mean, I guess you can kind of overlook that because she had the really stunning eyes, even though they weren't gray, they were blue. They were still like popping. So, whatever. But then he says, they were too old for this, and blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, I just really want people who are, like, central to the role where they can voice their personalities and their sense of humor and make you believe. He says, yes, this is Percy, that is Grover, that is Annabeth. And you're like, okay, but what about their physical appearances? We're just throwing that all out the window now. And he's really foreshadowing these kids because this kid that he hired for Percy's supposed to be, like, a dark-haired, curly-haired dude, and this guy's blonde. And he's like, we might not dye his hair. We might, I don't know. We'll find out. I'm just like, okay. throw it out the window, I guess. And then he's even like foreshadowing for the chick who's playing Annabeth, saying, "Oh, it's not such a big deal. We can't announce anything yet because we have deals to make and contracts to sign and blah 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 blah." And I'm like, you knew from like how many months now that this was gonna make a big stir up? So he's known for a long time, and he's just covering his ass basically with these letters and notes.
Yeah. So I'm not like defending him when I say this, but I get the whole like non-disclosure agreements because they're
100%.
whole thing. But like, there's no way like a month ago that like the decision was made before a month ago, so he would have known the casting.
Oh yeah,
so he's kind of like
100%.
laying it so that way he can have he can prepare his defense essentially, or his excuse or reasoning or whatever you want to call it. Because I remember, hey, right, Katie. I was reading one of the articles on Bounding in the Comics. I think it's like one of the ones that I shared with you, where he tries going into that like it's like, oh, like you think like her eye, like the word I was basing off of when I talked about her eye color, like meant like the color itself. No, like it comes from the Greek for bright eyes. And I like looked up the Greek that he tried putting out there and things like that, like to see how it was pronounced. It actually is it's a word that makes up like words that we know, like glaucoma, like lux, like it's like that's the Greek word. But then like Bounding in the Comics showed in a paragraph where it's like it's like gray like storm clouds or so like that wording, and I'm like, that's literally color right there, because what other?
He's just lying and covering his ass the entire time. That's literally all he's doing. And he's just digging himself a grave because he's ruined his own IP. Like everyone loved it. Well, if the movies had been done right, and honestly, I thought they would have, because they hired Chris Columbus, who directed the first 2 Harry Potter movies, and he made sure they were very book accurate. So when he was announced for this movie, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be like another different version of Harry Potter. It's gonna be really accurate to the books. And then like they completely changed the plot, they completely changed the ages of the characters, and it was just shit. So I was just like, great. So yeah, he's just ruining his own IP, because like first of all, he should have done what J.K. Rowling done and like signed some type of agreement saying, I have control, I have input in this movie, you cannot just do what you want and change everything. And he sold his soul, basically. Let's just put it that way.
That's everyone in Hollywood now.
Yeah.
If he had a soul to begin with, we're kind of clearly saying now they probably didn't.
He does. He probably went to the place where Kevin Feige goes, and like his eyes are all gone, fucked up now.
You mean Disney?
Disneyland.
Mark Zuckerberg is an alien, but they got to hang out in the same place.
Yeah, right. They all with the wide eyes.
Yeah, they're not human. Like I don't know. Did you see that pose, like that picture of like Mark?
That selfie thing of Mark's. With all of his people.
Yeah, and I'm like,
they look like
no
robots.
one cracked a smile. It's like they're like, it's like one of those where it's like forced servitude, where it's like my job's on the line, or something like that, or like blink twice if you're being held against your will.
Honestly, they looked like aliens, like they were sick in the head. Not put it that way.
Yeah,
they weren't
so
all
this
there.
is like from April. Will there be open casting calls for film the character you wish you'd be? As I said before, I very much doubt it. But then he comes out later this month, and for this show, he made all the decisions. Like he's claiming he made all the decisions. So
he did not.
I'm saying that's what he's claiming. Like he's saying,
yeah.
It was my choice. And but then it's like, we'll bring it up in your article that he's adhering to Disney's standard.
Yeah, he's literally adhering to Disney's policy, which is like you don't hire based on X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you're doing that, then you're not actually picking what's the best character. You're going by their policies. And then he's all like, "Oh no, why I didn't? I chose it all by myself." Well, no, you didn't, bitch. You lied. So
yeah. So, but anyway, this is from April, so I'm gonna stop sharing this screen, and we're gonna go into Blabs' article on Geeks and Gamers.
Self-plug.
There you go, self-plug. Because if thank God she wrote this article, because if I had to bring up all the articles,
I was pissed. Okay, a little short story. I saw Ryan's video. And I got so mad, I just grabbed my tablet and started fuming at the keyboard. I was just really angry for about 20 minutes. I was like, done. Got really angry. But how I did that.
He gave you plenty of reasons to be angry, because article after article after article of doubling, tripling, quadrupling down, like you said. on
So
this.
this one that you pulled up is a follow-up to the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which, like,
just
you
so everyone knows.
on the full law.
That one's the other one. This one came out, I think, a day after. This one didn't get all the hate. We'll put it that way.
Okay. Oh, it's like, okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm like Chunk's in here, and I gotta play the clip for him.
Hi, Chunk.
Chunk.
Yeah, because of his profile. He comes in saying that. So, hey, guys.
Of the Goonies. It's one of my classic.
So, but anyway, like, Right Case says, Rick, my guy, I like your books, but this is seriously dumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is seriously
They were great. I really want to reread them. I've been wanting to read them for ages, and I just never had the time.
I'm actually going back and like now that I'm like done with the student teaching internship and things like that, I want to go back and read the Halo books because I live vicariously, if Lethal's still in the chat, through his pain of breaking down into the episodes. So I'm not watching that show at all. Oh, by the way, this past episode they had sex. So
yeah, I think everyone heard
that.
Right.
Lethal and Mike were right. It was a soft porno all along. But anyway,
Master Cheeks claps edition, I guess.
So yeah,
gonna be a new update.
I want to go back and read like the good stuff, and yeah. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go into your article. I'll make this over here. So round 2 begins. Percy Jackson author Rick Riordan has come forward after the praising and backlash of blackwashing main female character Annabeth Chase. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, she's Athena's daughter or child?
Yeah, so she's like what do you call it, like a half, I forget the proper term for it, but she's got a mortal dad, and her mother is Athena the goddess.
It would be
demigod? Yeah. I was totally blanking for a second there, but yeah, that's what she is.
So
that's what Percy is
Percy Jackson would be a demigod. If it's based on at least like close.
They're all like demigods. So, except
for
Grover, he's a satyr.
Okay. For the new Disney Plus exclusive live-action Percy Jackson show, let's break down his statements from his own website. Starting off with the only thing.
Yeah, these are like screenshots of what he wrote. It's not like I just wrote them out. This is copy pasted.
Yeah, so these are screenshots. All right, so this is his statement. Okay, if you have a problem with this casting, however, take it up with me. You have no one else to blame. Whatever else you take from this post, we should be able to agree that bullying and harassing a child online is inexcusably wrong. As strong as Leia is, or Leah, I'm not sure how she pronounces it, as much as we have discussed the potential for this kind of reaction and the intense pressure this role will bring, the negative comments she has received online are out of line. They need to stop now. So you say you agree.
Yeah, like don't bother the chick. She's like 12, 13 years old. It's nothing to do with her. She took the job. I think anyone would take a job. Honestly, if Disney went up to you and you're a kid and you'd be like, yes, hire me. Your parents should be like, no, but you'd be like, yes. Then honestly, yeah, don't bother her. She's just a kid. She doesn't deserve shit. But honestly, I haven't actually seen any real hate towards her. I've seen saying,
they always say this. Shit. Really offer proof.
So I haven't gone out of my way to look for all this shit, right? But all the comments I see, no one's actually shitting on her. They're just saying, this isn't who I expected. It should have been some white chick, because she's literally described in the books as a typical California girl. What's a typical California girl? Blonde. And she's literally described as blonde too. So like it literally just encompasses everything. She's blonde. She's Caligora. That's what you picture. And then like there's actual like official images of her all over the place that Rick actually was like, yes, I approve, and she's blonde and white in all these images since 2005. But now it's 2022 and she's black. Ta-da!
Yeah. So my victimhood, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So basically, like I agree. Again, I agree with you. Let the actress alone. She's a child. Like there are going to be trolls online. There are going to be trolls online.
They always exist.
Take it too far. But those are few and far between. But they always make it out like it's like pervasive.
Yeah, and they're making everyone the bad guy. What? How many people have actually said something racist towards her? Not that many. If they did, I can't find any.
Yeah. So, like, how convenient. Let's just put it that way. I also agree that with Rick, this is entirely his fault. He has
Yeah,
stated that
he's a
Annabeth was
bonehead.
white for over a decade. Yes, and now all of a sudden, lols, jokes on my fans, I'm going to invoke lazy entertainment. It's also important to note that Rick is not respectfully replying to upset fans. He had the audacity to call anyone who disagrees with him a racist. Let's take a look at what he said, all right? Okay.
What an
He says a
asshole.
lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
It just spews out of him.
Some of you have apparently felt offended or exasperated when your objections are called out online as racist. Yeah, because you're taking constructive criticism based on the fact that for, like you pointed out, a decade, he's been saying that she's white, and now all of a sudden you turn around and cast a black actress to play it. You have that kind of he has that built in, when I say defense, I mean I'm losing it loosely, where he can accuse the critics of racism. Because he said, well, if I'm not a racist, it is not racist to want an actor who is accurate to the book's description of the character. Yes, it's not racist. I would be just as upset if they took Blade, who is a black Marvel superhero, in a sense.
Let's make him an Indian man.
He's more of an anti-hero, but he's black. He's
Yeah.
a black character. He's always been a black character. I would be just as upset if they race swapped him to like a white actor.
White Panther. Petition
Yeah,
for White
like
Panther.
Yeah,
The
like
Brown Panther.
Asian
That's not-
Panther.
Yeah, that's not the character. That's not the character.
The Pink
character
Panther.
is
Oh, wait, that
Blade.
already exists.
Black Panther. Yeah, the character is Black Panther. We'd be just as upset. We'd be just as upset, but no, because they always want to like blackwash
Oh yeah.
existing white characters under the guise of diversity. They have that built-in, like Oprah Winfrey, you're a racist argument that they can lob at anybody, pretty much. Oh yeah, Latinx Panther, yes. This is and there and hold on. And here's the dumb part. Should have stopped at the part, yeah. So get back to the. All right, let's examine this statement. Oh, really? Let's examine this statement.
Yeah, right. He talks to you like
You are
like
upset.
you're a child.
Yes, because a black actor has been cast to play a character who was described as white in the books. Yes.
Ginger Jubilee.
Yes, but like, we're upset in this regard. We're upset in this regard is because it is purely to check off a box.
Yep.
It does
That's
nothing. It does nothing at all. But it's like, hey, we're gonna like do a diversity hire, and you fit the diversity bill, so good on you. I mean, like literally, like that's what they're telling this actress is that she's primarily hired because she's black.
Yeah, I don't know how I would feel,
That's
to
the
be
big
honest.
thing.
If I was Leah, would you be happy with that? Be like, yeah, I got the role for my skin color.
Yeah,
I don't know.
if she stopped to think about it, yeah, I'd be upset. I would imagine she would be upset, but she's probably like high, high, like not when I say high, I mean like high on excitement right now because she's been cast in a Disney Plus series. It's kind of like being cast in a Marvel movie. Like it's huge. It's huge. She's probably not going to be paying attention to a lot of this.
At least I hope not that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she grew up in a generation where, and especially like with Disney, with Hollywood and things like that, she's kind of being fed this in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's kind of being indoctrinated into this. So, but I'm hoping that at least I'm hoping that at some point she would think about this and say, I was hired because I'm black first. Not because I was talented, not because I fit the character, but because I was black.
I find it really ironic how he also says later on that she fit the part, like personality wise and everything. I find it really weird how not a single blonde chick would fit the personality. I think he said there was like 10,000 chicks who, somewhere he said 10,000 chicks. I don't know if it was in that statement or not, that had like applied for Annabeth, and not one of them fit. Not one blonde.
Not one blonde, or even like say
brunette, and you dye her hair.
You dye her hair, fit the personality. Like you're saying, like of all those 10,000, she's the only one who could fit the personality.
Yeah, pull in Emma Stone. She's actually a blonde, but she dyes her hair red. Nobody knows that.
Yeah,
do that.
Yeah. Okay, so I love this part. All right, she doesn't look the way I always imagined. I love when they say she doesn't look the way I imagined, and yet people are going off pictures of her. So it's not like they're imagining what she looks like. It's like you literally approve pictures of her.
He literally like stamped approval all these photos of her as blonde. He's like, oh, I know you're not aware. She's black. Okay, sure.
Okay, so you're either not aware or have dismissed Leah's years of hard work, honing her craft, her talent, her tenacity, her focus, her screen presence.
Yeah, that's nothing to do with her.
12?
Yeah, she's like 12, 13.
It's all the character.
Okay, granted, she probably like did all this, but like she's not an established actress. Like, you know, it's like she's not like, you know,
not like Brad Pitt.
Yeah, like, you know, like we say, like, you know, Brad Pitt spent years like honing his craft. Like, well, okay, like Brad Pitt, yeah, like he did literally spend years honing his craft. This girl, she started like, you know, she's learned how to write 6 years prior, so it's like she's not exactly spending a long time doing this now. And I haven't seen her or anything, so I can't say. I mean, I can't.
No, I can't. I've never heard of her until now, so I can't say if she's shitty or not.
Yeah. You refuse to believe her selection could have been based on merit. Well, maybe she is a good actress, but at the same time, you want to cast for accuracy.
Exactly.
That's not accuracy.
No, it's not. If you're completely throwing away every single physical aspect about her, what is there to be accurate about? Not one thing about her is the same.
Yeah.
Eye color wrong, skin color wrong, hair color wrong, height correct? I don't know.
I don't know. I like I said, I've never heard of any of the actors and act like.
Yeah, I don't know any of these people. And I mean, I guess that's good, right? Because maybe you don't want to get typecast or whatever. You want to get unknowns.
So
I don't know.
I mean, I don't mind like them hiring like, you know.
I think it's
like,
great.
Hiring based on genuine talent. If they're hiring based on genuine talent, like, you know, it's like if it's an unknown, then yeah, like, you know, everybody in Hollywood started out as an unknown at some point.
Yeah.
We were talking about like Friends, or like, you know, a little bit earlier. Jennifer Aniston, one of her early roles was in the first Leprechaun movie. That's not exactly a big budget film. That's not exactly like a great film necessarily, but it's like one of her starts. And look where she is now.
Right?
So it's like, and she was an unknown at some point. Everyone was an unknown at some point. Even Brad Pitt was an unknown at some point. Like, hell, he was like a supporting character in the Thelma and Louise movie, and look at him now. He's like A-lister. Like, you say Brad Pitt, you know his name pretty much. So yeah, Bruce Willis before Die Hard. You know, like everybody was an unknown. So I don't mind that. It's just if you're going, like, again, hire based on accuracy, and then, you know, accuracy and talent. They have to fit those two.
I agree.
Existing work. So, okay. Without having seen her play the part, you have prejudged her. Pre plus judge equals prejudice.
Don't you love that?
Yeah. And decided she must have been hired simply to fill a quota or tick a diversity box.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, she was, because you literally said that you went by
Looks
Disney.
like a duck, sounds like a duck. It must be a duck.
It might be a duck.
Yeah, because like he literally says like he had to go, like he went through Disney's policy of hiring, pretty much.
Yeah, right. You literally just admitted that you went through all that bullshit, and now you're like, no tick boxes here. We don't do that here.
Let's be honest.
Well, if Lyndon can tear himself away from ratting in Fortnite long enough, then yeah, they could have a.
What do I do? Throw articles at him?
Yeah, throw articles at him.
Whack him with paper.
Yeah,
throw articles of clothing at him.
Oh God. like Lyndon, love him.
Lyndon's a fish. We'll just put him that way.
Well, yeah, he's a fish, but he's a fish that rats. And I like open up one of his like Twitch streams to find him literally hiding in a room in a house while I hear like his teammates in a battle.
As a camper.
See,
I'm always lost. That's why I'm never with my teammates. I'm like, where did you go? You were just right next to me.
Well, that like
suck at this.
See you're actually like.
I'm a noob.
You didn't exactly like just run off and leave your team. You're kind of like you're new to the game. So you're like you get.
Well, that was the first thing I did when we played Fortnite for the first time.
Yeah, he literally jumped out of the bus and went the opposite direction. Right.
I had no idea how the game worked, so I was like, "Oh, just jump out, okay."
Yeah, but when you're new
And
to
then
the
just see
game,
you guys
you
like
get kind of
like
lost,
flying
and
off
but
to the
then
other
you-
side of the fucking map. Like, oh shit, I probably
Yeah.
shouldn't have done that.
Then he died, and I had to shoot myself out of that one of those cannons to go get him.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yep.
much. Like I was playing with Cowman as well. We had to shoot ourselves out of like the airship cannon just to get close enough in time to get his card. So we're like, "Where are you?" And he's like thousands of meters away from us. Pretty
That
much.
was me last night. I got lost. I was playing with Rady, Rolo, and Johnny, and I got completely lost. I was on the other side of the map. I was like, guys, come get me.
I
They're
did
like,
the
what the
same
fuck you
thing
doing over
last
there?
night when we were playing
I
at
know. More better
Di-
articles. I'm saying you have to tear him away from Fortnite to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, Blabs wins, pretty much.
I
Anyway,
always win against Lyndon. It's fine.
yeah.
Well,
But-
everyone does.
GG's.
No, but like,
I
you
did
know,
the
you're,
same thing last night too when we played that game last night.
yeah,
The
you're
very
new
first
to
game I played, I got fucking
Yeah.
lost.
you're new to the game, so you're not sure, like, you know, the map. You're not sure about, like, you know, all the
You
different
look around for
features.
2 seconds, and your
Yeah.
teammates are gone. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck.
First, you can't even see where your teammates are half the time in that game.
No. On
So
But like,
Fortnite, it's
like-
awful.
that's an excuse. That's a legitimate excuse. I literally turned to his stream, and I know like we turned into a Linden bash, and we'll get back to this article after this. But I literally turned on
Intermission.
his stream to see him crouched down in a house, and I hear the firing going on the outside, and I'm like, "You gonna go help your teammates?"
Nah, fuck them.
Nope.
Nah.
Okay. I'm calling him
fought her.
Radigan from now on. I'm calling him Radigan from now on. That's his name. He's no longer Linden. He's Radigan until he stops ratting in Fortnite.
Rattinden, no. Doesn't work.
Radigan. Have you seen Great Mouse Detective?
No.
If
You
Lennon
make
was
me
a
feel
furry,
awful.
he'd be a rat.
But you gotta watch it. It's one of Disney's old classic cartoons, and it's really funny. So it's like a mouse version of Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, yeah, I've definitely heard of it then, and I've probably seen it when I was a kid. I just don't remember it.
Yeah, like the villain in there is Radigan.
Okay, that's funny then.
Yeah, so I'm calling Linden Radigan. Pretty
Makes
much.
sense now. I was like, that's not how you say Lyndon. Rat.
Yeah, so that's pretty much how it goes. I dubbed the Radigan, pretty much. You have to like kind of earn my respect back from all that you do. So to get that name back to Linden. But anyway, so, and by the way, these criticisms have come from across the political spectrum, right and left. Well, then it tells you that you have political fronts against you when you say
Yeah,
that you've gotten
everyone's
critics on
pissed
both
at you.
sides of
Maybe
the aisle.
something's wrong. Gee, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe something's wrong when you have both the left and the right ticked off at you.
Dummy.
So when you've united both the left and the right, maybe you're a good
Right?
thing. Maybe you are a good thing, actually.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
yeah.
Oh, we got some grunt in the chat now.
So okay, I got to go through his story. I got to go through
My
his
customer.
story.
Muzza.
I'm a happy customer.
Is Mara frozen? I can't tell.
Yeah.
You make me sad.
My internet's going up and down because when it gets like inclement weather, it like
Oh, okay.
freezes. And streamers
I was gonna
freezes
say,
on
like,
me.
I don't know if
So
she's
you
just
make me
really
sad.
staring intently at the screen or if she's frozen.
I kind of was because StreamYards wasn't listening to me. But okay, you make me sad.
Boy, you might be legally retarded.
And
I know. I've lost her.
You mute.
did it play? God damn it, StreamYards.
No, it played.
I
It
fucking
played.
hate you.
It played. I saw it.
So what?
It didn't play on my end. That's why I was asking.
Oh, I
The
saw
Fresh
it.
Prince
saw
of
it.
Bel Air
Get
one?
thrown
We just saw that. Yeah, we saw it.
Okay, because it froze on me on my end. So I'm like, did it play? 'Cause I couldn't tell. It actually literally skipped
Yeah,
the
I
video.
saw it. I saw it.
Yeah, we saw
I
it.
fucking hate you, StreamYard. All right.
And it does it for me
Yeah,
sometimes
he
too
fears
on my
me.
streams.
He fears me, the dog, pretty much. But anyway, all right.
Oh, yeah, he's dodging.
So if I freeze, my Wi-Fi is going up and down because it's like started storming outside. So you have decided that I couldn't possibly mean what I have always said, that the true nature of the character lies in their personality. Well, the nature of the character does lie in the personality, but that's not an excuse to race swap them.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's
Their
also in the physical appearance
personality-
as well.
Yeah.
Like you can't have a character if you don't like design the fucking character at all. Like look at Batman. Like it's not Bat. Like you can.
Yeah.
Like it's not Batman if you put like fucking rabbit ears on his fucking cow or whatever.
Or make him
Like-
really short, or like no
Yeah.
6-pack, frail.
Give him a tiny ass cape that barely wraps on his body. You know, it's just like no, make him look like the fucking character. Is Mara mute?
I don't know.
Okay, I hid the
you
YouTube
are.
side, see if maybe
Oh,
that
there you
helps.
go.
Good night, Star-Lord and Riot Kitty. All right.
Good night, everybody.
And it's a trap. Hello. So I'm trying to
Hi.
close as many tabs as possible. So if I miss any member chats, I do apologize, but like my Wi-Fi is going up and down, and I don't know why. But anyway, back to this. Okay, so you feel I must have been coerced, brainwashed, bribed, threatened, or whatever, or I, as
Probably.
a white male,
Or
actor,
paid.
never would have chosen a black actor for the part of this canonically white girl. You literally say canonically white girl. When it's canon,
Right? He literally just like I can't even. He's just so stupid. I just
You
can't. I
refuse to
really
believe me,
hate how
yeah.
they capitalize black. I hate that. I hate
yeah,
that they do that.
and then yeah,
It's
lowercase
grammatically
white.
incorrect, but that's fine.
You refuse to believe me, because you're lying, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who wrote the books and created these characters, when I say that these actors are perfect for the roles because of the talent they bring and the way they use their auditions to expand, improve, and electrify the lines they were given.
That's not how it works.
Once you see Leia as Annabeth, she'll become exactly the way you imagine Annabeth. You guys imagine Annabeth based on his literal character
Their
description of her,
appearance.
as well as the pictures he approves.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like
Like if
he's-
none of that stuff was there, then okay,
No.
fine. You can picture her however you want. But it's in the books since the very first book.
yeah,
You
that's-
stamped all those images saying yes, I approve. So Grace Randolph moment.
yeah. So I'm like saying, like basically, it's not like there's any vagueness to the character where it's like he included any character without going into any details about the character and left it up to the reader's imagination. No, he literally described the character physically and like put a stamp of approval on those pictures. So, and those pictures that are out there are a white blonde-haired girl.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
It's just another IP that they're just ruining. That's all.
Yeah.
No big deal. Nothing to see.
yeah, hey,
Oh, they're
Soul
the
Assassin,
office.
I missed you earlier. So, yeah, bugger off, Mazza, pretty much.
Yeah. Ningin.
Yeah, pretty much. Man.
Dolgen.
Okay, you are judging her appropriateness for this role solely and exclusively on how she looks. Well, that
Yeah.
should be one of the major factors when you're casting for an adapted character. Do they meet the looks? Again, I would be just as upset if they whitewashed Blade because it doesn't
Like
meet
this
the
is
look.
so annoying because he's literally saying that people didn't have a problem with the actors back in the day, like the 2010, 2013 ones. But we did. We all had issues with them. But because they were white, it wasn't racist. But now somehow because they cast black people and we're still complaining about the same fucking thing, it's not racist. We complained about it here then. And there's literally articles of proving it that they're like, oh, we didn't think about changing her hair color because the actress didn't really like fit with blonde hair and it just didn't look right. So they made it somewhat blonde in the second movie and it was
Bullshit.
like, oh, it's fixed. And so yeah, now because it's a black chick, it's racist.
Yeah,
So they're the racist
Right.
ones.
They really
It's
are.
great.
she's a black girl playing someone who was described in the books as white. I don't know. I can't.
Friends,
put
that's
this
racist.
voice
He's
enough.
being racist. I
Yes,
can't. I
he
can't.
is. Oh God, Trey. Like
Well, Sean, the human.
Sean the Human. Were you there for that stream? Was Sean the Human the VTuber that they
Was that?
somehow squeaked out a Apex victory with? Sean the Human is an interesting individual. Let's put it that way. He's both morbidly fascinating and creepy.
I keep thinking Shaun the Sheep, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's best that maybe off stream I'll show you what
Okay.
this guy's avatar.
Oh.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling is Malcolm X. Yeah.
Ryan Gosling is anybody, right?
Or Ryan Gosling is Barack Obama. Let's see how that works.
Yeah.
In other words,
Ellen DeGeneres as Michelle Obama.
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds as Bin Laden.
No, that would be lethal, actually.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Australian Bin Laden.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, oh, like he'd be like, "Oi, what are you fucking looking at?"
Like,
at me?"
dog.
Ashay, bro.
You gonna bomb your ass, dog.
That's her terrorist war cries. Ashay, bro. Pretty much.
Yes.
Oh my god. As he drives on a plane or something.
Allahu Eshe Bra.
Yeah, Allah, Ashay. Pretty much. That's what their word. That's what they say.
Oh, good. Really hot.
All right. In other words, Rick Riordan is calling anyone who disagrees with this casting and wants Annabeth Chase to remain her canonical self a racist. A classic woke and Disney move. He also somehow tells us to all to leave Leah out of this, but then brings her back up just to use her as a shield and say that she is a great actress.
Yeah.
And tells us we need to respect her craft and merit.
Something to do with her acting ability.
Yeah, I should mention that this title of his statement is Leah Jeffries is Annabeth Chase. Leia very well could be a great actress. I've never heard of her or seen her any of her other work prior to this casting announcement. I have also yet to see a single person criticize her acting chops because guess what? No one is. They are criticizing the fact that she doesn't look anything like Annabeth from the novels. Are the novels going to be rewritten to make Percy blonde and Annabeth black now? I doubt the actor who will be playing Percy will be dyeing his hair to match the description in the books. How can you tell your fans that she is Annabeth when she doesn't even resemble any of Annabeth's physical attributes? The same goes for the actor who plays Percy, but at least he can dye his hair. Annabeth was described as a typical California blonde with gray eyes. Leia is neither white, blonde, nor has gray eyes. Yeah, that's when like in one of his blogs or anything like that says, like when I was talking to you about how he tries to use the Greek. It's like, I was using the Greek word this whole time. It has nothing to do with her color. It's meaning like where like which I imagine what he did. Now I'm not saying necessarily this is like proof for sure, but what I'm like guessing that he did is he kind of Googled Greek words for this.
Mm-hmm. I think he's just trying to cover his ass for this. He's like, it's been there the whole time, see?
Yeah, it's been there the whole time. Like,
what's the Greek word for cuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
Rick Riordan, that's a Greek word. That's a Greek.
Right.
Yeah, so hey, Keely, good to see you. It's a sporting raid. So good to see you all. Lethal for another $2. Minging with Mazza is next week.
Actually? Is it actually?
Are you sure?
Mazza DM me.
I asked him
Are you
that.
positive?
He's going to do it. And I think if like Lethal has his way, that Mazza is going to do it. And that Gronk better fucking do it because he dodged the stream that I was supposed to be on. Not that I'm calling you out, Mazza. But I've been saving all my burns because I'm like, I don't want. Every time
she's
got
a whole list.
I literally pretty much do because he gives me so many openings and I don't want to use them because I'm going to save them for when I'm on his stream.
That's like checkmate.
And then he goes, I'm not going to do it anymore. And like you little fucker. Mm-hmm. When I saw that tweet, that's what I wanted to say, but then I just put the GIF. Are you serious right now?
Yeah, he deleted that tweet too, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that, but he deleted his "No More Minging with Mazza" tweet. I was like, suspicion.
Yes.
I don't trust
him.
Hey,
Zach, good to see you. Movie Metal Rock McDonald, Hollywood, let's race off this white character because he or she is too white. Yes.
Yep. That's literally it.
Well, he does answer Lethal says no. So I think if Lethal gets his way, he is going to. He says, I'm dodging. So and say Ms. Martin uses hello, yes, I saw you. Yep, I'll be playing D&D with her tomorrow. Conan D&D. And when it's talk toxic, yeah. So you see this like stuff that we come up with during those streams. But anyway, all right. So continuing into this article. Okay, when Rick says she is a black girl playing someone who's described in the books as white, does he not realize how racist he sounds? He cast he cast Leia, he thought this white chick is clearly racist and it's time to fix that. Their skin color is too pale. That skin color was all that mattered. People were complaining that Alexandra Daddario didn't even have blonde hair in the 2010 film. The criticism about Annabeth's hair color was so loud that her hair magically changed to blonde in the second film. No one was deemed a racist or some other foe because Alexandra was white.
Just super hair.
Because the
Yeah,
black,
right.
yeah. Now racist to criticize, yeah. Like I said, we still criticize the characters. We would still criticize the characters. Regardless, well, especially, like, regardless of their skin color, if it's swapping from one to another. Like, say, Storm from the X-Men. If you cast a Latina chick, we'd be complaining because Storm is not Latina. She is black.
Right? Yeah.
Same with Jubilee. Jubilee's Asian. I don't want to whitewash Jubilee. That's not her character. Jubilee is Asian. The Birds of Prey movie that came out, and they race swapped Black Canary because, it makes sense. She has black in her name, so she must be black character. No, it's like her character's canonically white. Her character's canonically white and blonde. They race swapped for the movie, and I got into you're like slowly starting to experience this on Twitter with the stance, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
The ones that come after like your articles. But I got into like back and forth with the Birds of Prey stands, and I was pointing out they would always always ignore when I would come back at them and say if they really wanted diversity, there is a character called Vixen that was part of the Birds of Prey who is a black character. Was a black character, and they could have had her in the movie. She is part of the Birds of Prey, but no, they race swap Black Canary because obviously she has to be black because the black's in the name. Never mind that there are Black Canary birds out there, and it's like she's taking that name from those pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's just Hollywood lowers my IQ. You know that saying like everyone is now dumber for having listened to you?
Yeah,
That is what I feel with Hollywood.
that's how I feel after watching one of Maz's streams.
Also,
then
Liquid
you go-
Blake
then
made
you
a
go read a
fabulous meme of us, and I
Yes.
sent it in your DMs if you want to share that with the world.
God.
Oh shit.
Oh my God, Blake. Oh
I
my
actually
Is it
really
YouTube
like it. That's
friendly?
really cute.
Friendly.
Near the end of the stream, I'll share it.
Alright.
After this article, I do have to leave you to entertain the chat because I have to take care of something. But we'll get through this
Oh.
article
Okay.
first.
That's fine. We can do this. I hope.
Yeah.
But
I'm
All
drawing
right,
a
so-
beautiful woman.
there is nothing wrong with asking for book accuracy. After all, the skin color didn't matter. Why change it in the first place? It always seems to matter whenever, like it says, like it's blackwashing a character, but
Mhm.
every other time it doesn't seem to matter. But like again, they use it as a shield. They use it as a built-in "you're a racist" argument. But it's not like a legitimate argument because they just throw that word out there, and it's lost whatever relevancy or potency it had. Like, oh yeah, you're calling me racist. Okay, like that word used to have weight to it. If you're accused of being racist, if someone was like a legitimate racist, that had
Oh, yeah.
weight to it. Now it has no weight. To it,
Everyone's a racist. Like I said, it's Oprah Winfrey all day,
Yeah.
every day.
pretty
You're
much.
an ist and you're a phobe. Congratulations.
So to
Thanks.
reply to Rick's nasty statement, I have a few questions of my own for him. What do you achieve by race swapping a canonically white girl for a black girl? Other than looking stunning and brave, when in reality, it's just lazy
Alright.
and unoriginal.
That's me.
If casting a black girl was so important, why wasn't Annabeth black from the very first book? And when you said, I was quite clear a year ago when we announced our first open casting that we would be following Disney's company policy on non-discrimination. We are committed to diverse, inclusive casting for every role. Please submit qualified performance without regard to disability, gender, race and ethnicity, age, color, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, or any other basis prohibited by law. Okay, that'd be one thing if it's like a completely original film, but when you're adapting a movie, yeah, you kind of have to limit the applicant.
Yeah, you
because
gotta go with what's in the book. It's
Yes.
called adaptations.
Yes.
Or just
Otherwise,
create
you're
something
not
new.
otherwise you're not adapting anything again.
No.
Like the Lord of the Rings movies wouldn't be able to be made today because, like, oh my god,
Nothing would be made today. That's been
It's like an
Nothing.
all-white. It's like an all-white cast, and
What
there's
it
only
was.
really 3 main female characters. Oh my god, no matter how good they are, they wouldn't be able to be made today. And actually, people are
Wow.
have started going after them because of that fact.
Oh yeah. If like Harry Potter would be made today, they were saying that Harry would be Middle Eastern because all of a sudden now so many people around the world think Harry's Middle Eastern. I'm not even joking. That's a thing.
What?
Because he's described as having black hair. That's Middle Eastern now. Okay.
I have dark hair.
Ron is ginger, so he has to stay white. Unfortunately, he can't be changed. And Hermione's black, so you got the whole diversity trio. That is how they're going to be remade.
Just because he has black hair, he's
Middle Eastern.
Mm-hmm. Even though Latino.
Yeah, so then it's based on. He's born in the 80s. Harry Potter is born in the 80s, right? So in England, what's the population in England? In Scotland?
It's a predominantly white, like vastly predominantly white. So.
Yeah, so
all those brown people.
Why the fuck would they be Middle Eastern and black of all things? Like, yeah, there's some black kids in the books that weren't even like that much, like they weren't even really focused on in the movies. So if you want to argue with them, argue with the movies that they didn't focus on Dean Thomas, who had more of a story in Deathly Hallows. Just saying. Just saying.
Jermaine Potter, yeah.
Jerome Potter.
Yeah, pretty much. It's how they're going, all right. The casting process was long, intense, blah, blah, blah. Are you implying that the previous two films were racist because the actress cast as Annabeth just so happened to be white? So, Rick, if you're posting the following on your website, I've been clear as the author that I was looking for the best actors to inhabit and bring to light the personalities. Okay, the trio is the best. Leia Jeffries is Annabeth Chase. If Leia embodies all the characteristics of Annabeth, is it okay for you to introduce an Asian or Middle Eastern or even white actress to portray Piper McLean? So who's that character?
So she's in like the later series because there's like two series, right? There's the Percy Jackson series, which is like the original books, and then there's like a spin-off one, which is like Heroes of Olympus, and they introduce new characters, and they're all different shapes, sizes, races, whatever, but none of that is in your face. She's a Native American chick, this Piper girl.
Okay.
So can you imagine if they hired some white chick for her? Or Asian or Middle Eastern, right? She's Native American.
Yeah.
You'd have a problem, a big problem. So that is my point.
Uproar.
Hi, Rhino. Long time no see.
Here's her Twitter. And yes, Rhino. I'm teaching her what to say to you guys. Like, how to act around you guys for the full Aussie. So be prepared.
She's tutoring me.
Yep.
Yeah, say the C word all the time.
No, that's the one word I won't say.
Oh.
Hey, Cue Ball. Oh no, I got her covered. I got her covered. What to say?
There's alternative words.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You crikey.
Wouldn't you call that racist? Wouldn't you be up in arms if you hired a white actress to replace a black girl on your show, even though this is the exact same thing you've just done? Personality only, no physical characteristics. Weren't you so upset by the two previous films that you stated you would make this exclusive Disney Plus show as faithful as possible? Well, that went out the window.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, going out of your way to cast a non-white actress doesn't sound very faithful to me. So, friends, if we are to strive for equality amongst all races and all walks of life, perhaps the best way going forward is to treat races equally. What wouldn't work for one race, casting a white woman to play a black character, shouldn't be done for other races. Example, right here. Yeah, White Panther. So, if you're down for one, you should be down for the other. This is what I point out the Birds of Prey stance, but then I was racist, pretty much. And then they always come back to me and say, like, her skin, like, Dinah Lance's Black Canary skin color has nothing to do with her character. As if, like, like you're white, then you have nothing to that, pretty much.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, it kind of is because she kind of dates back because her mother was kind of like the first Black Canary, right? And she
we have her, we're all the same.
But yeah,
pretty much to these people.
No history whatsoever.
But like, even if it isn't like a for like a lot of characters aren't like 100% like defined by their skin tone, right? But it's just like, even still, this shouldn't be changed because that's who the character's been for the longest time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know what you said, but he's like, "Why you hate my people too, Blabs?"
What are your people? I thought you were just your own species. I hate hogs. I want the bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could go for bacon.
The core message of Percy Jackson.
I genocided your whole family there, by the way. Boss hog.
Yeah, and the difference is strength. Their powers and plurality. The things that distinguish us from one another are often our marks of individual greatness. You should never judge someone by how well they fit to your preconceived notions. So, reading into that, you're inherently racist.
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Yeah,
we are all racist again.
That
Cool.
neurodivergent.
How many times
kid,
did he call us racist in this one letter?
I call it a badge of honor.
But here, like he says, like, that neurodivergent kid was failed out of 6 schools, for instance, may well be the son of Poseidon. Anyone can be a hero.
So he's talking about Percy. So Percy has ADHD and dyslexia.
Okay.
And he's failed out of a bunch of schools because of this. But he's also the son of Poseidon. So that's why he's saying he's doing that comparison, just for clarification.
Okay. If you don't get that, if you're still upset about the casting of this marvelous trio, then it doesn't matter how many times you have read the books, you didn't learn anything from them. So he's calling you stupid now.
And he's sweet.
Yeah, he's so sweet. So ultimately, if we somehow fail to recognize this lazy race swap as stunning and brave, we never understood the theme of Percy Jackson that anyone could be a hero. Somehow Rick has to tell us that, yes, even black people are heroes. As if we didn't know that. A criticism about respecting the lore has now turned into blatant and hatred and racism. Now, where did we hear that one? Yeah, the Lord of the Rings fans have entered the chat. Yeah. So hello.
Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, so welcome to our world. Welcome to our world pretty much now. And but what these people now I can't say anything about the Percy Jackson fandom. I'm not saying it, so I just don't know.
I don't know anything about them.
So, but Lord of the Rings fans, like they're gonna learn the hard way that this is the wrong fandom.
Oh yeah.
This is the wrong. They like picked a fight with the wrong fandom because Star Wars is one thing, Star Trek is like one thing, but Lord of the Rings fans, like these books have been translated into like 35 languages. So like this is like a worldwide phenomenon of people who like read these books, and like for decades, as long as they've been out, pretty much.
Oh yeah, and yeah. Good luck to you guys when that comes out in September.
I think try to good luck to them because we were we're gonna tear them a new one pretty much. We're gonna tear them a new one
as you should.
So, but
you get a new butthole.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. Like you can all
right, we're gonna entertain the chat. I got this. I can do this.
This shit. I'll be right back.
All right, where did we leave off? Let's see. Okay, it says good day, guys. Good day, chat. Hi, Region Rhino. Anyone who reads comics knows that Black Canary has nothing to do with skin color. Correct. I like Blabs. She knows her shit. Thank you. Yeah. Just Rhino and everyone saying good day. No, Steph. No, Steph is traveling. I think you already knew that, Rhino. What's up? Hi. Mark Wahlberg as Muhammad Ali. Perhaps.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh my god, that's great. Bunch of people saying hi to each other. Hey. Catherine Winnick should have been Black Canary. I don't know who.
You know what? I want Terry Crews to play Hitler in the next World War II.
That would be amazing on ice. Do that. Hitler on ice. Like Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy back her stash. Oh, give Kathleen Kennedy back her stash. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I hate Blabs' people. Trey says, Ashai, you may have her covered, but I have her glazed. I wish I didn't read that. All right. Soul Assassin after school tutoring. Trey laughs at Lethal. A lot of Italians have dark hair. This is true. I have brown hair. Robert De Niro, Mahatma Gandhi. Oh, Gandhi. That'd be great. Just a bunch of people saying good day to each other. Again, this is just the good day chat. Oh no, it moved. Oh no, I lost it. I want a White Panther.
Like Lyndon. Probably.
I want to see a White Panther and see Twitter go nuts. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be hysterical. Soul Assassin, Ed Norton as Black Panther.
Okay.
You're back.
Ed Norton, that'd be funny.
And then Bossog says he's mixed. Apparently that's how I offended him.
I'm mixed too, and I guess you're speaking for both of us if you're offended. So
cool.
Yeah.
I guess I left. I had to go take care of something. Chill.
It's all right. I held the fort. I just read a bunch of good days a million times.
Small Time Republic. Now I'm imagining Hitler flexing his pecs.
Yeah, we want Terry Crews to play Hitler.
Yes, on ice.
Okay. On ice. That would work.
All right, Raging Rhino says, I like the Percy Jackson movies. The two I've seen are good. So there's only 2 of them that's ever been out. Just, so that's it. That's all it's there.
Well,
But
Rhino's-
people have said that they've liked the movies if they never read the books. If you read the books, you're like,
Yeah.
A lot of people have just been able to separate them. And I kind of have. They're okay at best as well. So they're a good form of entertainment where you just numb your brain and you watch them. That's about as much as any great.
Yeah. Based on everything they've done with every other franchise, it doesn't surprise me that they are doing this. Yeah. Every franchise. So basically, the Percy Jackson fandom is kind of like now seeing, like, you know, like coming together with the Lord of the Rings fans. Like, oh, it's like that. It's like that clip from the movie or whatever where it's James Franco has a noose around him and he like looks over to the other guy and goes, "First time."
Yeah.
That's what fandoms are right now.
Isn't that movie with like Adam Sandler or something, I think?
Yeah, he just looks over and goes, we just look over and go, "First time?" Yeah, so like, welcome to the club, pretty much.
I can't remember what it was, that movie. I totally remember it though.
Yeah, that's
Seth MacFarlane, some one of those guys.
Yeah, it's the only, like, I just know it from the GIF. I'm like, I know it must be from some movie, but it's a movie I haven't seen. So, but that like literally encapsulates basically what the fandoms are experiencing right now. We'll just like look at each other and go, welcome to the welcome.
Yeah.
Like, we understand your pain, pretty much. Michael B. Jordan for Jackie Chan.
Oh my god. Jackie Chan from Michael B. Jordan biopic.
There you go. Hey, it works one way, it works the other way. So, but I'm going to stop.
Adam Sandler for a Bruce Lee biopic.
Oh, Ballad of Buster Scruggs is the movie. Okay, I've never seen it. That he was.
Yeah, it's A Million Ways to Die in the West. There you go. That was with Seth MacFarlane, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I watched that in college like a million years ago.
Okay, so.
You look good for a million years.
Thank you.
Yes. So, but all right, so that basically kind of like sums up everything that, you know, like the author has doubled down. Even his wife has started attacking fans on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
From what I could tell.
Yeah, she will, because apparently she runs his Twitter. If I read correctly, I skimmed one
It's
section.
like she runs the bedroom with him.
She and another
dominance.
She and another like run his Twitter or something like that. But like they're the ones that kind of like handle everything. So like they're the ones, like at least the wife, Becky, is the one going after fans. So I don't know about the other one. I don't know about the other woman.
Yeah, I think the daughter, maybe secretary.
Something like, I can't remember. Yeah, but yeah, like, you know, it's like they're the ones that handle like the social media accounts. But anyway, so back, like, Rick Riordan still in the news. It has not been a slow week with this guy.
No, he's just a dumpster fire.
Yeah, so says it wasn't lying when he asserted he was a racist, claimed being white was a drawback, and now deleted blog posts. All right. So Percy Jackson and the Olympians novelist Rick Riordan recently claimed that he was a racist while he was also decrying his own readers and fans as racist if they disagreed with race swapping Annabeth Chase. So here, again, it's not like how when I say we, I mean the fans, just imagined her. You literally had to approve that picture.
Yeah, there's like illustrated, I think, like a Magna comic or something, or like illustrated, whatever it is. There's an illustrated book out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they show.
She's in it.
I think they show like kind of like screenshots from it, but again, you would have had to approve it, and she is depicted as white, blonde-haired. Her eyes are described as like gray, like storm clouds, like striking like that. So like gray eyes. So
yes, because she's described as like really pretty, but like the only thing that's like really like striking or like really sticks out and kind of almost ruins the image a little bit was the gray eyes.
Mm-hmm. All right. So in a post titled Leia Jeffries is Annabeth. Okay, this goes into what we covered.
Yeah.
Right? So
Alex from Oxenfree, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. He says in the illustrations, Percy, Annabeth, and Grover are all correct. So in the movies, Grover was race swapped as a black guy. And now he's kind of like, I don't even know what this guy is. Maybe Indian? I don't know. Middle Eastern? He's kind of on the
that region.
Yeah.
I don't
know what it is, but yeah, he's been kind of race swapped again. But I mean, his description is never really covered in the books. I don't think. I never remembered what he was. So
Okay.
I guess that one's okay because it was never described.
Burger King and KFC beat
Again, like
Star
I'd
Wars
have to go and actually read the books because I don't like. I only gauged from the little I knew, like like what I know of Greek mythology, to say, okay, like this is where he's getting this inspiration from for these characters, essentially.
I kind of
That's what
want to
extends
see
my
if there's
knowledge.
like a character thing
Okay,
on his
well, I'm just gonna
website.
continue going into this, but like
Yeah.
part of like the early, like what we like already covered. The author apparently wasn't lying when he claimed that racism is something he has thus admitting he's a racist. In the now deleted blog post from July 2020, Riordan claimed that being white was a drawback. The post, titled "Feathers, Why Feathers," addressed why his character Piper, who is half Cherokee, is described as wearing feathers in her hair. While detailing the research he did into the Cherokee, Riordan took issue with historian James Mooney's race. He wrote, "For Piper's background, I started with James Mooney's book, History, Myths, and Sacred Formulas of the Cherokee. Now, Mooney was a white guy, so that's a drawback. So why should that be a drawback?" Okay. Let me just like right click on this so I have this open. All right, well, yeah, race swaps. All right, we'll go into that real fast.
I was like,
Yeah, okay, race swapping all around. Okay, so for Piper's background, I started with James Mooney's book, History, Myths, and Sacred Formulas of the Cherokee. Now, Mooney was a white guy. Why does that matter?
I don't know.
If he wrote a book respectful of the material that he's writing about, in this case, the Cherokee Nation, Cherokee, the history, myths, and sacred formulas, why should it matter if he was white or not?
I don't know. This is just so stupid.
He was an anthropologist born in 1861 who worked for the U.S. Bureau of Ethnology. He spent a lot of time with the Eastern Cherokee, learning their language, preserving their original manuscripts, and recording their stories. Preserving their history, pretty much. Literally preserving their history.
Dan's comment in the chat. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I know.
What the fuck?
Okay, I'm good.
Needs to figure a pain in the butt. Okay, so literally preserving the history, but it's a drawback that he was a white guy. At a time when it was rare for whites, he had reverence and respect for native cultures, though of course his perspective was that of a privileged outsider.
Is that Will Smith in that ad? Who's that?
The Kleenex ad?
Yes, it was like Will Smith. I was like, is that Will Smith?
No,
You clean up mommy's stains.
He lost so much money after the fight. He had to go and do Kleenex commercials.
Yeah, times are tough. Times are tough. Yeah, being white is a drawback. Talk about hating yourself. Yeah.
Right?
But basically he's saying, like, he goes into all this saying that he had this Mooney, James Mooney, had respect and reverence and respect for native cultures, but he was coming from the perspective of a privileged outsider. So again, he's saying, like, it doesn't matter, you're inherently racist. It doesn't matter, like, what actions you take to demonstrate that you're not. Outright that you're not. It doesn't matter. You're white, so you're privileged, and therefore inherently racist. And that's a drawback.
Keep your Kleenex out of my wife's nose.
Oh my god. Those memes are going to keep coming from now on.
Liquid Blake, make it happen.
Yeah. And we'll show your picture of Liquid Blake. Don't worry, she shared it with me. His book came out in 1900, so he was about 39 when this book came out. He was not native, but he recorded a lot of material directly from the Cherokee of the 19th century, and his work is still referenced by Cherokee writers today. But again, drawback, because he was a white guy. All right?
It's also great.
Yeah. So Steph's like, Mara. So, hey, Steph. I'm hoping like you're not doing
took your place.
Writing it while you're driving. I'm hoping you're like you actually like got to your destination. And thank
Mexican
you.
blast.
In one piece.
Yes.
Hopefully, woman drivers.
So, Boss Hog doesn't say anything, but thank you for the $20 super chat, Boss Hog. Like real good. I can't do it the way Lethal does it. I'm sorry, I can't. But thank you for the $20 super chat, and yes, Mexican Blabs is here, pretty much. So all I can do is roll my eyes, pretty much. That's right. Riordan believes that simply because Mooney was white, that's a drawback, and somehow affects the legitimacy of his work. If that's not prejudice against someone specifically because of their skin color, I don't know what is. Yeah. Interestingly, as you can see above, Riordan does admit that even though he believes Mooney being white is a drawback, the most of the sacred stories that Tristan and Piper talk about in Heroes of Olympus come from Mooney's collection, which is also, as pointed out in here, referenced by Cherokee writers today. So even Cherokee writers, Cherokee today reference a white dude from the late 1800s.
Who would have thought?
But inherently racist, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Riordan also claims that Mooney's work is still the most comprehensive collection of Cherokee stories available from that time. So despite him claiming that being white was a drawback, he still exploited the work for his own gain. Yeah.
Look at him. He just looks like a rat, you know?
Yeah.
This
Oh,
guy's-
this guy.
He's a rat. He's
does.
probably the one who hides in Fortnite.
Yeah, he plays with Lyndon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Rat Squad, pretty much.
Rat Squad.
Like, where does his eyes go? What happened?
They're still there.
Kevin
Really?
Feige
I
told him.
think like you can accuse him of squinting them to make himself look Asian. I don't know, but
That's cultural appropriation.
yeah.
Doo.
Another point of interest is that Riordan claims Mooney being white is a drawback, but he seemingly doesn't realize that if he used his own logic, that he must view himself as a drawback. After all, Riordan is white, and he adapted the Cherokee stories into his novels that were documented by Mooney. So here's that Piper McLean.
Yeah, so that's that chick that I was talking about before.
Yep. Now it says that she is one of the main characters in Heroes of Olympus.
Mhm.
She's a Greek demigoddess, but demigod daughter of Aphrodite and Tristan McLean, and is currently the head counselor of the Aphrodite cabin. She's currently dating Jason Grace, son of Jupiter.
Yeah, so Rick Riordan totally killed Jason Grace too later on, so he sucks for sure now. Just saying.
And
Killed
this is
one of
the
the dudes.
all right. So this is like Jupiter was more
Jupiter
Roman.
is Poseidon.
So yeah, so I'm saying Jupiter is the Roman name, pretty much. It's
Mhm,
kind of like
yes.
taking both Greek and Roman names.
Yeah, so in this series, like the second one, like a spin-off, it's both. So she's from Camp Half-Blood, but it's like also there's other characters from another camp, like the Roman camp, which is like the Roman gods and all that. So it's
Okay.
kind of like a headache, really.
So I'd like this because I want to make sure. So it's like, again, like knowing from like when I know of like Greek and Roman mythology, like Jupiter is like the Roman side, pretty much.
Yes, correct.
So speaking of Maza,
Is he talking about himself there?
yeah,
I like how Boss
Muz-
Hog told me I look
Oh, he
like Rick
does.
Riordan. Thank you.
I don't know if like this is a reference to Steph, I guess, but Blab's ex, pretty much. That's what the technical.
Oh, I thought he was saying that I look like Rick. I was like, thank you very
Race
much.
swap staff.
is. So maybe the most galling aspect of Riordan's claim that Mooney being white is a drawback is that he later posits, after Mooney's book, I turned to the work of Robert J. Conley, a writer and member of the Cherokee Nation, the Western Cherokees. His Cherokee Nation is the official history of his people, sanctioned by the Western Cherokee leadership. Incidentally, the book draws heavily on Mooney as a source, which goes to show how reliant we are on earlier imperfect written records. Mooney is mentioned 92 times. So again, like he's even pointing this out, but again, like it doesn't matter all of this. It doesn't matter that Mooney is mentioned 92 times by a Cherokee himself, whose work is the official history of his people. Doesn't matter because he's white, so that's automatically a drawback. So if you're white, you can't write any characters that are not your same skin color.
Oh shit.
So literally, like with voice acting, segregating based on skin color. So if you're black, you can only write black characters. That's about as
Yeah,
far
right?
as
So
you're
who voices the Simpsons? Because, you know, they're yellow.
Well, female voice is Bart,
Yeah.
and that's a male character.
Am I allowed to
It's
draw
just
on
some
black
worlds.
paper, or is that racist? Or can I only
I think
draw
it's
on white
racist.
paper? Oh
Yeah.
shit.
And you're not allowed to do an Asian person on black paper because that's just even more racist.
Oh yeah. Bullshit.
And don't even think about shining a light on there because the light is very bright and white.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But they also have black light too, so you gotta make sure they're using the proper lighting. So,
Ooh.
so
Well, you don't want to shine a black light in my room.
Blab is the rat.
Yeah. Well,
You
you're
misspelled
a
cool.
dodging dog, all right? I better see a fucking stream for Meeting with Mazza this coming Friday. All right.
Oh well, last night was like a shit show. I was falling asleep on camera. It was that bad. It was terrible.
Bring me on. I'll keep him fucking awake.
Good, because no one could.
I got my burns.
It was awful.
My burns. Okay, I'll use one right now.
Oh, good. Let's hear it.
This is how do it. So I actually wrote this in one of his chats, and I was like, no one saw it, so I'm gonna use it. But I'll use it right now. All right. He keeps complaining about his job. And things like that. You know what? They're always hiring crash test dummies. All right. They're always crash test dummies. So go check that out. All right. You got one for free, Mazza, but I can you give me so much material to use, pretty much.
That's a good one.
Hello everyone. Hail Cell Shade. I just finished watching a movie with the family. Nice. So hope it was a good movie. I'm sorry we're talking about cringe right now.
Nah, they're watching Ghostbusters 2016.
It's like half an hour. We're like half an hour away from midnight. We're still on the Riordan stuff.
You're right. Yeah, poor Raging Rhino. He got insulted by Mazza too last night.
Oh my god. Sailor McGree. There was a white anime voice actress that announced that she stopped voicing a dark-skinned character, but she continues to voice Asian characters. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Go figure. But anyway, well, this is like a long article, but anyway, basically the gist is being white's a drawback. Even though you point out everything again about this author.
If he lets his wife get fucked by black guys, all right. That's what he's basically saying right now.
Pretty much. He's kind of like
Cuckold simulator.
He might as well be married to Jada.
Yeah.
He might as well be married to Jada at this point. So
maybe he is.
So yeah, wow. See, I got more, Mazza. Zero Fall just comes in with the $10 super chat and just says, first. Well, you're first in our hearts, Zero Fall. So welcome.
Hi.
What is this Firestarter? I keep thinking of the project. The Firestarter, this they did a reboot based on the Stephen King novel, pretty much. Which was I think I can understand why most people think it's trash. I saw it yesterday, and I came out just apathetic to it, pretty much apathetic to it. It's not good, really good by any stretch, but it's not. I don't think it's necessarily shit. I gave it credit. At least Zac Efron was made an effort. He didn't phone in his performance. He made an effort to play the character. So I gave at least credit there. But it didn't make me feel anything. So it's one of those where it could have gone straight to streaming service, and it wouldn't have made a difference. Pretty much, it did not need to be a theatrical release. So
yeah,
Zac Efron tried. He tried with the stuff that he had. So I gave it.
I like Zac Efron. He's decent. He tries in everything, I think.
Yeah, he's actually. I think if he's given good material to work with, can be a decent actor. He's a decent.
And he can sing. And he can dance. It's kind of the whole package.
So he's got kind of the holy trinity in acting, pretty much. He's showing that he can sing and dance, and now he's just breaking off from that and showing he can do serious roles. And it's he gets roles like this. Now, I understand he had to pay the bills. Yeah, it's a waste of Kurtwood Smith, pretty much. He's only in one scene, so it's oh, that's a waste. Yeah, Drew Barrymore was in the original. She was in the original. So I paid for it. I saw the matinee show, but I paid for it. So did not need to be a theatrical release. At the very least, if it was going to be a theatrical release, do it in January. That's about as apathetic as I can get right now. But yeah, there is the Rick Riordan stuff. So, and I'm pretty sure he's going to keep quadrupling down.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to fuck up the next thing. I don't know.
He needs to show Grover real fast, because he would have had to approve this. Look, race swapped.
Yep, another one. I mean, he was race swapped in the other movies, so I guess we can't even say anything about this one.
Yeah, and he's a satyr.
Right? Anymore.
Yeah, satyr.
Yeah, which would be
he's half goat.
So it would be like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I can't remember that character's name, but that would be a satyr.
Yes. Yeah, what's his face's name? Thomas? Yeah. Mr. Thomas?
Mr. Thomas. That's a satyr. So, but that would be race swapped. If that movie were made today, he would be race swapped pretty much.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Played by a white actor, and you can't have that.
I guarantee you that Susan would be the king, not Peter.
Oh yes, definitely. No, well, the two sisters would be both.
Oh yeah,
kings.
they'd both be kings, and Peter would be absolutely useless. He wouldn't be able to do anything.
And Edward would be
a little princess.
Or Edward would be like a toxic male.
Oh yeah, Edmund. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Edmund. Sorry, like Edmund would be like toxic male. Mr. Thomas would be race swapped. They'd have to check their white privilege by Aslan, pretty much, because he's the
Aslan. Yeah.
So he's like, even though the book itself is like is an allegory for the death and resurrection of Jesus. No, that. So.
No. It would be filled with blacks and gays and everything because, well,
yeah.
Why not?
All right. Yep. So I closed bounding, and the Resident Evil one is on bounding. Oh, silly me. Let's go into that Resident Evil one real fast because that is like just one article. Let me find it because apparently the showrunner is saying he's defending the race swap for Albert Wesker, as I call him, Black Wesker, because he's the villain.
Albert Wesker.
Wesker is the villain. He's the bad guy. He's the big bad that you take down. And you have Netflix's showrunner, defending Albert Wesker race swap, says live-action adaptations are limiting themselves by casting based on character accuracy. And I felt this was fitting, going off of what you're talking about with Rick Riordan.
Asshole.
Yeah. Basically, that they are limited by character accuracy, even though this is pretty much Hollywood. You'd be tripping over white blondes in California.
Right.
Pretty much.
That's the whole point.
So that's pretty much the point.
Okay, so I don't know shit about this, but this character's dead.
So, well, like in the games, yeah. So, but like,
how is he alive?
Mm-hmm. So, well, depending on when they set this, because in the games, like you do fight him at one point in the games. I haven't played all the games.
Oh, because it says that it's based, whatever happened in the games happens in this show, like in this world of the show, right? So if he's dead, he comes back as a black man? I'm very confused.
Well, I'm saying, like, it depends on where they're kind of setting this, because, like I said, like
back from the dead.
Is it the third and fourth? Or something like that.
I don't know anything about this world. I literally
I don't really know.
Like, wait, he's dead.
I don't really know much either. I know like the gist from like kind of like the lore of the games, but and I want to say like the third, fourth, things like that. He's the bad guy that you have to fight. Now, like he doesn't survive. He doesn't like ultimately survive or anything. So like at one point he does die. Pretty much at some point he does die. But if they're setting this right at the beginning of this, like the whole thing going down, he's still alive at this point.
So if everything that happened in the game happens in the show, I'm
they're
so
not,
confused as to how he can be white and then poof.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Halo series. It's kind of like the Halo series. It's like you basically fuck accuracy. It's more like guidelines now, like pretty much.
Yeah.
Like kind of like to paraphrase that line from Pirates of the Caribbean.
An appendix page or whatever.
Yeah, like the appendices for the Lord of the Rings show, pretty much. So, like it's pretty much what it is at this point. So they race swapped Wesker, and Wesker's white. He has blonde hair, pretty much, and even the Paul W.S. Anderson got Wesker right. Yeah, and those movies are shit, but even they got the character right. Makes no sense. Pretty much. Makes zero sense. So basically, they made. Yeah, I knew like he died. I couldn't remember what game it was. Like he died in 5. I knew at some point he died, but couldn't remember which one he died. But thank you, SDB. Yeah. So if this is set right when the outbreak happens, he's still alive, and then at some point he's going to die down the road if they kind of stay true to that. But they've already race swapped his character.
Yeah.
So he's Blesker now, pretty much. Well, they race swapped Leon. As well. I don't know if they go into that.
Albert Blackster.
I can show you what Netflix Leon looks like and what Leon looks like in the game, but they race swap Leon. Leon is also white and blondish hair. They race swap him as well. Speaking to his decision to race swap iconic villain Albert Wesker in Netflix's upcoming Resident Evil series, showrunner Andrew Dabb has argued that live-action adaptations of other media are limiting themselves by casting based on character accuracy to a given source material. God fucking forbid that there's character accuracy. Now I know, okay, I'm going to preface this by saying not everything from one medium translates well to another medium. Case in point, anime. There are certain anime series that will not adapt well to live action. An example of this would be Netflix's Cowboy Bebop. Now, Cowboy Bebop as a whole, overall as a show, could be adapted to live action. Not well in Netflix's case, but it can be adapted to live action. However, there's a character in there called Ed. Ed is a female. Ed does these exaggerated movements with her hands. She's very loud and quirky and things like that. If you ever watch the anime series, and then I'm not going to show you this because I don't want to scar you. But if you were to ever go back and watch a clip of her appearance in the live action show on Netflix, it is so cringe. That is an example of something not working from one medium to another. So I get that you can't exactly always have character accuracy, but that is few and far between, and that depends on the medium. In this case, like I said, you'd be tripping over blonde-haired white dudes in California, like left and right. It's like, I don't know. It's like if you're born, it's almost like if you're born blonde and white in the U.S., you gravitate to California. I don't know what it is, but that's where most of them seem to end up. I don't know what it is, but you can find it. Yes. I'm saying Leon was race swapped as well. Not in the show, but they race swapped Leon as well in like another one, the movie. So they race swapped him. Based on Capcom's horror video game series of the same name and unrelated to either the previous Paul W.S. Anderson film series or 2021's Welcome to Raccoon, which is what I referenced about Leon, Netflix's upcoming Resident Evil will feature a new original story in 2 timelines. So it's like the silver timeline from Halo, pretty much. Not even taking the timeline from the games itself. The first timeline begins when 14-year-old sisters Jade Wesker and Billy Wesker moved to New Raccoon City. The Wesker sisters enjoy their youth in the wonderful man-made corporate city of New Raccoon City, but they gradually begin to realize the reality of the city and suspect that their father is hiding something. Little do they know that it is a dangerous secret that will lead to the world of ruin. Basically, yeah. Because he turns people into zombies. T-virus. The second timeline is a future world more than 10 years later. The company continues. The number of human beings on Earth is now less than 15 million, and the T-virus has turned the Earth into a monster of more than 6 billion people and animals. In this new world, Jade, now 30 years old.
Is that our Mara Jade?
They just said they're 14. Okay, 14-year-old sister.
This is the
Jade
first
Buster.
timeline.
Yeah. But they said 10 years later, she's now 30. So
Cool.
is Jade 20? And one's 14? No, they look like younger than 20.
Well, definitely an Asian person did not write this.
Yeah.
They would know how to math.
Yeah. Well, so it's not just writing. This is a quote. So this person here, the show, like the company, can't do math.
Oh, but it does say more than 10 years later, so...
Okay, more than 10 years later. So okay. More than 10 years later. All right, so it'll be 16 years later. Then say nearly 20 years. Damn. Now 30, fights for survival, but is also tormented by the secrets of her past surrounding her sister, her father, and herself. Yeah, because Black Wesker, pretty much. Albert Wesker is the bad guy. He's literally the bad guy. Lance Reddick plays Albert Wesker. Race swapped. That same day, Entertainment Weekly published an interview with Dabb, recounting an earlier conversation they held with the showrunner during an earlier Resident Evil media press event held in April. Okay, so this is his quote. If you know the games, Wesker is dead. He got blown up by a rocket launcher in a volcano at the end of Resident Evil 5. Yes, this is what he kind of looks like. This is granted, his not his final form, but close to it. But he's a white dude. He's a white dude. So if you look up images, you see that. The games are our backstory. So everything in the games exists in this world. So how's Wesker alive now? I will say stay tuned, and the answer is not like he's immune to lava. So, but just come on and say that you're taking a page from Halo and Name Only from Paramount, and you're creating your own timeline. Literally creating your own timeline.
They're making a new Master Cheeks.
Yeah, literally making a new Master Cheeks, essentially. It's pretty much what they're doing. Yeah, I'm Wesker, cause yep. Hey, Michael, see you.
Hi.
So yeah, he had a son. Now there are two daughters, pretty much.
Oh, so they changed a son to a daughter?
Yeah, changed the son to two daughters. So it's kind of like
wow, progressive.
It's kind of like Uncharted. Yeah, because Uncharted, one of them ended with the main character having a son, or one of the characters having a son, and then they changed it to a daughter, and literally the next game, so no continuity whatsoever, pretty much.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Maybe he transitioned.
Yeah. Dab further asserted, I don't want to give too much away, but I will say the explanation for why Wesker is the way he is, and how he is still alive, go hand in hand. Have either of you seen Naked Gun 33 and the Third?
I have no idea what that is.
I think I've seen some of them.
Okay, so one thing about Uncharted 3. All right. Well, Naked Gun 33 and a Third. It's actually a trilogy. Naked Gun movies. It's a spoof of a police. Sergeant Drebin. It's basically like these spoof comedy movies. But anyway, there's a scene in the third one where the main character Frank Drebin is undercover in jail, and he's talking to actor Fred Ward, may he rest in peace. He just died recently, and this black guy, all right. And the black guy is telling Frank that the jail will change you, basically the line there is the jail changes you, and Frank says, how so? And the black guy says, I used to be white. Humor that would not be able to fly today, pretty much.
Oh no!
That's what the character says. I used to be white.
Trans white.
Like Tropic Thunder, you couldn't.
That's literally what. I'm betting. I will laugh so hard if that's the explanation they give for why Albert Wesker is a black guy in the series. Pretty much, he used to be white, but he did the Robert Downey Jr. thing for Tropic Thunder, where he kind of blacked his skin. So. I'm going to find yourself in a bad position. Okay, so as for the specific choice to cast Rhetoric, okay, I think... Sorry. Goddamn, go away. I think when you're casting in the modern day and age, if you're limiting yourself based on, well, this character is blonde, so we got to look at blonde actors, you're going to find yourself in a bad position. You live in California, dude.
Right?
When Lance was interested in doing the parts, you're not going to find anybody better than him to play this character, both the dad part of the character and also the more corporate killer part. At that point, you're making the show weaker by going with someone that may be more aesthetically a match to the game. You could literally find someone who fit both the looks and the personalities. Again, it's based on what we're talking about.
It has nothing to do with race.
No, and this actor is a good actor. So I'm not saying anything against acting skills, but
there's plenty of actors who can fill that role.
Seconds. You're basically taking sloppy seconds.
Just an excuse.
Relates, yeah. So why would you book in a show like that? It makes no sense to me. And luckily, Netflix and Constantine Film as well was much more on board. Blah blah blah. All right, the 8-episode Resident Evil is set to debut on Netflix on July 14th. Yeah, so again, they have that built in. If you disagree, you're racist. If you at all criticize this, you're racist.
The
Okay.
theme of this show tonight, everyone, is that we are all racist.
Fuck yeah.
Pretty fucking much at this point.
I'm so proud to be white, guys.
It doesn't matter what we say. Doesn't matter what we're pointing out, that we'd be just as upset if you were to do anything to any other characters of any other skin color, because, fuck accuracy. But the gamer said it's good, Mara. Yeah, pretty much. All right. So I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing a lot more.
Racism.
Yeah. What's his Vlad's racist? Not Steph level racist, but still racist. Yeah. One of the daughters is going to have the haircut. I pretty much, I would be a safe bet.
Probably.
Have the haircut. Have the haircut.
It's the new black.
Anyway.
Hair.
Yeah. But anyway, let's kind of quickly go into. We're not going to cover necessarily everything about this diversity space tool from Activision.
Yeah, the algorithm.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that algorithm.
What about the harassment algorithm?
Okay. So this is the algorithm. Now, again, we're not going to cover everything that's in this, but this is what it's called: King's Diversity Space Tool. King's Diversity Space Tool. All right. So this has been updated. Okay. So it started in 2016. This diversity space tool, currently in beta, was designed as an optional supplement to the hard work and focus our teams already place on telling diverse stories with diverse characters, but decisions regarding in-game content have been and will always be driven by development teams. This tool was developed at King and has been in beta tested by several developers, blah, blah, blah. The objective of using the tool is to uncover unconscious bias by identifying existing norms in the representation and acknowledging opportunities for growth and inclusion. There it is. To uncover unconscious bias. So again, doesn't matter what you say, you are inherently and unconsciously
You're racist.
Yeah, you're racist, so it does not matter. Good night, Jacob.
Good night. Bye, Lee.
Yeah. Yep, a diversity tool. Literally a diversity tool.
I like Trey's comment. My unconscious bias.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It is not a substitute for any other essential effort by the teams, blah, blah, blah. The tool isn't meant to be used in isolation. Teams would sit down with company DE&I staff to develop, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion staff.
Yeah.
To identify existing norms and then discuss, educate, there's the keyword educate, consult and collaborate on how a character's representation is expressed beyond those norms. So there's this. That's what they're doing. All right. Not going to go into necessarily all how it works, but that's the tool that they're using. So again, everyone's racist, and they have to make sure. They have to make sure that they educate us plebeians.
Yeah, we're all just a bunch of clumsy guys.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. They should worry about the sexual harassment at their company, not the fake racism, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the tool. So, and apparently I saw this article on CBR.com. Yeah, let's fight racism with racism, pretty much.
That makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Fight
fire with fire. Oh my god, we're one and the same.
Yeah.
So on CBR, of all places, gamers roast Activision Blizzard over the new diversity space tool. So gamers have now, that's kind of come out into the now in the spotlight that they're using this stuff. Gamers are roasting them over it.
Good, fuck them.
Okay, so that's the picture right there. See, my diversity and unconscious bias, pretty much. So they unveiled the diversity space tool to help with representation in games, but gamers are pointing out holes in this logic.
Can I just say, if you scroll back up a little bit, that dude with the blonde beard, I legit thought that was ass cheeks for a second. What the hell? Ass cheeks in the front.
So, or a ball sack chin.
Booty beard.
Yeah.
The booty beard.
I'm not even joking. I'm like, what is that? Is the person bending backwards?
He gave a tit job of that, or a hair job, whatever that sexual.
But that's the level of character design in some games right now. And no, not having anything against it necessarily, but it's kind of a lot in line with the illustrations in comics now. There's really no real talent behind it. I feel like if you like these games, and these are like, I want to say Overwatch, not Overwatch, but like Overwatch type characters.
Yeah.
I feel like them fine. Recently touted the brand new diversity space tool by King Games, and gamers quickly pointed out the hypocrisy in its creation. In a bid for diversity, Activision Blizzard revealed its new tool made by King Games. All right, so this is a quote. With King Games' innovative diversity space tool, the character design process has a tangible way of avoiding tokenism, stereotypes, and exclusion, while promoting tokenism, stereotypes, and exclusion. All right, but that's the intention. All right.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so these tweets finally loaded. Okay, so here's the tweets. All right. Now this one is kind of cringe because they kind of bring up buzzwords, but Pauline writes, "This is a really shitty way to view the world. It looks built on the assumption that every character should be white, cis, straight, male until you add the diversity point. That's not how people work. You had me up until that point. Considered hiring marginalized artists and letting them create what they want. Again, like, had me up until this point. But yeah, it's a really shitty way to view the world."
Yep.
Hire me then. I'm half blind.
Yes. All right, so here's this, guys. This is it. This is the perfect representation of woke corporations. Race and sexist are just numbers to get the most positive PR. All right? This one says, "Avoid tokenism by placing a direct number value on race or culture. How did you get this far and not realize how weird this is?" Yeah, so you're literally putting a direct
Culture,
number
Egyptian
value.
race, Arab.
Yeah, so literally putting... So another $5 from Lethal says, "I got a dip. Thanks, Blizzard, for basically making a ranked racism mode. With this chart, I know what the words will be more offensive." Yes.
Hell yeah.
So
More toxicity, the better.
yeah. Right. So how do you quantify race and sexual orientation in this? What does it even mean that a character has a higher race than another? All right. How out of touch do you got to be to make a tool set for diversifying your characters instead of just hiring actual people with said backgrounds? They even used it for Vanguard characters as well. Again, like a little bit of cringe, but again at the same time, it's like they're getting called out. Like, this is stupid. This is really stupid. An important principle for us at King is that all players should feel welcome.
Nah.
Gamers in the chat, did you ever feel unwelcome?
I always feel unwelcome.
When you learn not to run off in the game. And... All right.
Free spirit. That's what I do.
Yeah, you can't hold them back. Can't
no, obviously not. Obviously
You
not.
can't hold me.
For people advocating hiring marginalized people are the ones doing the marginalization. Yeah, they teach them to accomplish less and less. Yes. Feels like some eugenics craps. Yes, pretty much. They always have to grift hire me to solve this. Yes. Pretty much. And yes, this is Lethal's now main channel. It used to be his like live channel. Now it's main channel. And Trey or any of my other mods, can you put his gaming channel in the chat as well? He's trying to get to 1K by the end of the year. So if you could find that. If not, then I can like put it in. But I want to get through this article real fast. Okay, the intention is to inspire game teams, not just at King, but throughout the Activision Blizzard King network, to think outside the box and challenge preconceived notions around how characters should look and act. Like, to basically addressing your inherent bias, or unconscious bias, however you want to put it, and be better. It's literally saying in so many words, be better. As a result, hopefully we will create more characters that break the mold and better represent women, non-binaries, and other underrepresented minorities in the industry.
Now, where did we hear that before? Do better. I feel like some Disney Plus show with fake Captain America.
Do better. You fucking racist.
I don't watch those shit, so I don't know what you're talking about.
And well, it was the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show where he just says do better, but doesn't tell him how to do better. Just expects him to do better.
Just do better.
Off you go.
Do better, guys.
This is a gaming channel.
Jesus.
I give him the 1K, and if you like harass him, all right, like watch his videos and kind of say, hey, dude, stream more here. We gotta get him to stream more on that channel. So I'm biased against lazy entitled people. Yeah. So Black Falcon. Yeah.
Yep.
Gamers quickly pointed out that its tools seem to start with white cishet. God, again, this is articles.
I hate that word. I
Yeah.
hate it.
Because cisgendered is not a word.
It's so
It is
stupid.
not a word. Did not exist until the Twitterati's made it so, pretty
I
much.
hate that.
As a default and diverse from there. The tool also appears to be designed to diversify games for developers rather than hiring a team intended to ensure diversity. So again, it's like fighting cringe by using more cringe. Fighting racism by actually using racism. So it's like,
Yeah, that's their
so
logic.
This is a tool. This is the tool that Activision Blizzard is using. It is called the King's Diversity Space Tool. Diversity Space Tool. We need to do better.
Do better, be better, bad cis people. I never heard of this word until maybe 2 years ago, max.
Yeah. It's just
It's really just used to demean us, anyways. It's really what
Yeah,
it's all about.
They're just demonizing everyone, labeling you, so that you're not even human or emotional.
Okay, but there it is. I'm not going to go into the entirety of the article because you get it pretty much.
It's just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. Pretty
bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah, he's Winter Soldier because he's white. Yeah. So, says he wishes he can get a refund for Overwatch. So, unfortunately, I don't think he can. But yeah, so they're getting roasted. Not for, I mean, granted they're getting they are getting roasted, but granted it's also coming from people are going, hey, why don't you hire marginalized people? So, fight racism by actually judging people based on their skin color for hiring purposes.
That makes no sense.
You'll find that nothing about their
nothing
makes sense.
They're all
nothing about it makes sense. All right, this is gonna be a quick one because Sony PlayStation staff fume over CEO's abortion comments.
I just think it's so funny how they choose to pick and choose on what they want to speak on.
Yeah. See, the funny thing here is his comments, at least in regards to this, aren't offensive.
No,
It
just
really aren't
says
offensive.
be respectful towards one another.
Yeah, because down here.
Oh my god, it hurts so much.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where it says. Okay, so here's his comment. This is written by Jason Schreier, who blocked me on Twitter. I called him out for something stupid he said. He's a cuck. He's a bitch. Moving on. But anyway, okay. So I'm trying to find out where his quotes. All right. So here in the email seen by Bloomberg, PlayStation President Jim Ryan didn't take a stance on abortion rights, instead writing in the company that the company and its community are multifaceted and diverse, holding many different points of view. He wrote that we owe it to each other and to PlayStation's millions of users to respect differences of opinion among everyone in our internal and external communities. Respect does not equal agreement, but it is fundamental to who we are as a company and is valued global brand. So God forbid, he said, literally, to sum up, be excellent to each other. Be excellent to each other.
I don't wanna.
That goes against my beliefs.
Yeah, respect.
I wanna be an asshole.
Agreement. He had the nerve to say that in the email. Had the nerve to say that respect does not equal agreement. I'm not going to take a stand.
Lives matter.
So I don't even know where he stands. He could be upset about this possible overturning of Roe v. Wade on the federal level, but he's saying, I'm not going to write about this. I'm not going to take a stand because it's not my position to do so as president. I run a company. And as such, we have people of different opinions in this company, and we're going to be respectful of everyone's opinions. That's all he says. So
what an
to make
asshole. Fuck that guy.
Lighthearted,
cancel him and his whole family and his dogs.
Yeah. So to make it lighthearted, he decided to write about his cat's first birthday and elaborating over his cat's birthday cakes, their noises, and his desire to one day get a dog. The nerve of him.
What an asshole.
I want to read this email because I want to read about his cat's birthdays. His 2 cats celebrating a 1-year birthday or whatever, their birthdays. I want to read about their cakes and the noises they made. He's being lighthearted about it. He's like saying, I'm like, this is like, we gotta like, kind of like just chill, relax.
Yeah, right?
Pretty much. Just relax.
Now I need chaos at every turn.
Take a breather.
Everything just has to be so political nowadays. It's ridiculous.
Drama queens.
Like the Eurovision contest that happened in Europe today. It was political. Ridiculous. It's a competition about music.
Oh
Political.
my god. No, yeah, if only they took the stance with BLM back in 2020.
Right?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. If only they took the stance, but yeah, they didn't want the building to get burned down, so. But anyway. So he wrote about that. So in internal discussions viewed by Bloomberg, which haven't been previously reported, employees at several PlayStation studios expressed their displeasure at the tone of the email. Some women wrote that they felt their rights were disrespected or trivialized by the
You
message.
don't deserve rights, bitch.
One employee said that they'd never been so mad about a cat birthday before. Yeah, God forbid.
Wow.
God
Yeah, that
forbid,
person needs
God
a life.
said- yeah, God forbid said that, chill out. We all have different opinions. That's not what we're here for. We're here to actually make and promote games. That's it. So I'm going to be lighthearted about it. I'm going to talk about my cat's birthday.
I
That's
think
it.
he
That's
said
the
something
email.
pretty good.
That's what we got these people up in arms about. Pretty much.
Imagine being upset over somebody's cat's birthday. I wish I
Yeah, I
had
know.
that kind of like.
Yeah, where's my
Time to
cat?
relax.
Happy birthday.
How miserable
Right?
do you have to be?
Right? Or like how like much of a life you don't have.
Okay, he says, to be fair, Blabs, unlike Moz, I have an excuse. I'm not sober. So
That's true.
you might hear the bleep. You might hit the B like 1 or 2 times, like extra.
I'm sober.
Some people write like 3 or 4 B's in there. I'm just like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, pretty much. So Sony's actually doing something good. We'll see if it continues, but they're actually doing something good. Actually doing something good for once. So yeah, so there's that. So we're gonna keep an eye on it. We're gonna keep an eye on it. But there's that. Okay, that's the cringe. That's the cringe. So let's have a laugh.
Yes.
Let's have a little bit of a laugh. Okay.
Well, it's not all doom and gloom.
Yeah, 50 vacation pictures gone wrong because people will be taking vacations now. So let's see some vacation pictures that have gone horribly wrong. So here it
Where are
is.
you crazy kids going this time? Oh my god.
Well,
Oh my
let's see.
god.
Let's see. Yeah, just make more PS5s. Yeah.
Dude, that bird.
I would be this kid. I would be this kid. I would be this kid in the background, like ready
You
to shoot
shit.
with a squirt gun. Yeah, I'd be that kid. So that sneak attack,
Don't feel
picnic
it, bitch.
panic. Okay, imagine traversing to what was once a beautiful meadow with leaping deer, to find it burnt to a crisp.
Oh
You'd
shit.
be like, where am I? What is
Yeah,
this
I know.
place?
It's like, is this Children of the Corn? Where am I? Let's fly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That happened to me once. It was great.
Oh my god. Yep, I've fallen off too. Tiger stripes. So someone had fun with
Oh.
sunblock. That
Oh my
dude on the
God.
far left, holy shit!
Yeah,
like,
holy
it's
shit.
That's like
he's
graffiti.
suffering now. He is
Dude, get a
suffering. now.
fucking doctor. He's not fucking heart or skin disease.
Yeah. The birds
Oh.
and the kangaroos.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Do you want a snack? Are you tired? Do you need to energize
Yeah.
yourself?
It's rhino.
Yep. Yeah. The kangaroos are a little preoccupied, kiddo.
He's like, don't interrupt.
Yep. And the turtles too. So too bad Seth's
Wow.
not here because turtles are getting in
Oh.
on the action too.
Dan says it's Lyndon. Oh my god, it's Lyndon and Rhino.
Oh my
Lynn
god.
Rhino.
When Mara says, "Let's have a laugh," I just see the Final Fantasy X meme of Titus fake laughing so loud. Well, let's have a laugh. Yeah. Yes, Lyndon. Yeah. Picture perfect pair. Like,
Oh my god, the dude.
yeah, the dude
Ooh.
is like it's trying to
like, I'm
hold the whole thing,
drowning.
trying not to drown. It's trying-
Oh, it's Cuckold Simulator.
So the owl. Well, I don't think that's an owl, but the owl says hello. So this lady got attacked. Well, I guess.
Freaking like, what is that? A falcon?
Yeah. It's
Sneak
a bird
attack,
of prey. It's
bitch.
a bird of prey. I don't know what. It's not an owl. At least I don't think it doesn't
No.
look like an owl. Beach buds. Look at this.
Dude,
That
tell me like
monkey.
one
That
of your
yeah.
monkey
French girls.
yeah, that monkey looks like pick me like one of your French girls, Jack. Like pretty much. Oh my god. Yeah. He's like, fuck off, get him. Hairs on end.
Okay,
don't
that's
know.
actually happened to me before when you freeze your hair, but not
Oh,
upwards.
Yeah,
First
that is
downwards.
low. Yep, that is low.
Still a banshee.
Oh,
look at the guy in
no!
the back. He has a tattoo
Oh,
of someone's face
no.
on his back.
Dude, dude, that guy just like that kid just like turned around and saw that. Like that's his reaction in this picture. He's like, ah.
I can't
Little
unsee
fine.
that. My eyes.
Oh my god, yeah. Scroll down. The stingray one is a cheese.
Ah.
Hi,
know.
Bird, Steve Irwin, smile.
Oh my god.
You've seen this.
Clumsy parents. Like, oh my
Oh
god.
my
look at that.
god. I have no
Yeah,
idea what's
I'm
gonna
hoping
happen.
she caught the baby.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Another stingray, like just photo bombing. But these women aren't happy, like unlike the other couple.
Because they're Karens. You're eating, bitch.
What's funnier to you, the dad or the baby's face?
The baby looks like he's doing like #1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna eat, dummy.
The kids don't really need both hands, do they? The goth holiday.
Oh.
I have nothing against the goth culture, but how could you go to the beach like that? Like, I'd be miserable. I'd be miserable.
Oh my god,
It's
just
not
think about all the sand and
Michael
sea. It's all
Jackson.
just sticking to you.
Yeah. It's not a phase, Mom. Jack, I'm
This is amazing.
Seagull ran into her.
He's trying to steal her.
You sound hoarse.
Get
Look
out.
look on the kid's face. That kid is like,
It's like, oh my god.
He's like, I can open my mouth just as wide as yours.
yes. Perfect
Oh
form.
no.
Oh,
Ouch.
Oh,
shit,
God.
fucking
Feel that,
this hurt.
dude.
Yep. Batman's #1 fan.
I'm Batman.
Oh,
Oh my
god.
god, that's the hair on his chest.
I'm not wearing hockey
Damn.
pants.
Crime doesn't neigh.
Yeah.
Oh my
He was
god.
probably intoxicated.
Yeah. Panorama
know.
Bill.
Oh my fucking god.
Like a cartoon.
What the fuck is this?
It's like a
Yeah, this is-
blonde Jen Psaki.
It looks like Popeye.
Oh my
pretty
god.
much.
It's like the new Captain Marvel comic. Remember that face?
Yeah.
That was like her.
Say cheese.
Yeah, another seagull photobomb. Yeah.
Always birds
Say a man,
photobombing.
bitch.
Yeah. It's kind of like cats with the red lights on the camera timers. So. Just another day on the beach. Yeah, just like, hey, Lyndon, your people.
Furry lives matter.
Walking on water. So someone lost their yeah.
Oh shit.
It's Maz's shoes.
Hey, Maza,
Mother's shoes, yeah.
I found them.
we found them.
You found the mother.
They're in
Well,
the
let's
water.
move the
You have
shoes.
to get them.
Maza, explain yourself.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, he's got to explain himself because he found them and then lost them again.
Yeah, he said on Megan last night that he completely lost them. He thinks somebody stole them. So
I
yes,
think they
he's like,
ran-
I got
think they
robbed.
I think they ran away on their own.
Yeah.
And even they were fed up
Just
with
like
this
the
shit.
time this shit.
Yeah.
Another
He's like,
ghost in
"His
his house is
feet
trying to
now."
run away. But he can't.
They ran to the side of the road and thumbed it just like to another province or another state because even they were
Yeah.
like, I can't stand this kid anymore. Family Man. All right.
The bag man.
Yep. Smoke break. Oh my god, he's like table and chairs there. And it's a hookah.
How does it all float away? It must all be weighted down. That's hysterical.
Oh,
Yeah.
you get all those strikes fucking high.
Pretty much. Land ho.
Like
Right, the
hose.
boat is crossing
Oh.
on the road.
I
All
think
right.
it's
That's how I
damaged.
drive the boats in
Yeah.
the Fortnite. Just run over into the fucking ground or
Seeing double. Oh my god, they kind of like look like they're wearing
That's
the same
so
outfit.
weird. And next to her too.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's a double date.
Old Glory. And he's like just standing there with his hand on his heart because like of their outfits, pretty much. Why do I see Lyndon in these pictures? Yeah.
He's everywhere, dude.
Relaxing on the beach. Oh my god, they actually brought
Wow.
a sofa with a pull-out bed.
You would never be able to put that back in a house.
I respect the
It's
effort
for
that
life.
they put into getting that couch there.
Yeah,
Yeah, my floaties. Oh my gosh.
look at that.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
If we need to teach Mazza how to swim, we can give him those type of floaties.
Well,
we
like the
don't have
arm
to waste
floaties,
money on him.
the arm floaties as well. So that way he like because his head's a little like bobbleheadish.
Oh yeah,
So
you know he
gotta
doesn't have a lot of muscle in his neck yet. Just
Yeah,
flop
so
right
you
over.
gotta have the arms up just to keep that balance, pretty
Mhm.
much. An unusual beach companion. Who brings a vacuum? I mean, I know sand gets on them, but who brings a vacuum?
I have so many questions.
Yeah. Front row
Maybe
seats to the show.
he's trying to collect
Oh my
rocks with that
God.
thing, maybe.
That's the bathroom. Look at that window. They have a window into the bathroom.
Oh, hello, neighbor.
Just taking a dump. How you doing?
Yeah, how's it going?
Photobomb justice. So basically, they're taking a picture, and this guy like walks through with this other
Gets
guy.
How's it going?
arrested too.
Yeah. No. You're going to have to check those. Oh my god.
Wow.
Holy shit! What the?
Oh my
What
god.
the fuck?
I think
I
it
don't even
touches the
pack that
roof.
much.
The ceiling, I should say.
And I've
Jesus.
deployed for 6 months. I don't even pack that much. That's a $400 Dyson vacuum too. Yeah.
He's trying to collect
I
rocks
love
with
how
it.
you
That's
know
what I'm
that.
theorizing.
So, I mean, like Dysons are at least expensive. You have a chance of coming close at least to the price. They are expensive.
Yeah.
So. Physics is fun.
I'm dead.
Oh my god.
Decapitated.
Yeah. Canoe fail.
Oh, nice job.
I don't know if they were trying to get out or in, but they failed. The birthplace of civilization.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I know we're in modern world now, and gender is all about what you identify as, but
That is a total class act.
yeah.
Classy.
That's something like
Classy.
Lethal or Mazza would do.
That's what I would do.
It'd be believable with Lethal. Mazza,
He wouldn't know where to position himself.
Yeah.
He'd probably be like bend
Yeah.
over.
yeah. Like, is this how it works? What end goes up? I don't know.
Just the right hole?
Yeah. Pool party pooper.
Ah, is that an Amber turd?
It's a brunette Amber Turd.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the brunette version. Hair swapped.
Treasure hunting.
Ah! Ew.
Oh, those are dentures. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay, this is the floaty that we need for Mazza.
Oh my
Right
god.
here.
Yes.
This is the floaty we need for Mazza.
My god, look at his little hands.
It's like, how the fuck am I supposed to defend myself from shocks here now?
Yeah.
Look,
Like-
he's so determined and grumpy.
Yeah, he's like, this is dog shit.
Yeah. A bearable vacation.
Oh
Well,
my
that's not
gosh.
something you wake up to every day.
Just gonna like find out like, good morning, you guys have for breakfast?
Yeah. Got some picnic baskets. So he's looking at them like kind of like two like pigs in the blankets.
Oh yeah. Breakfast.
Yep. A sandy predicament.
Oh wow.
Yep. That's a predicament, all right. Floating on the beach. Oh, it kind of looks like she is floating, but
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's like a blanket or
Yeah.
a sweater or something.
say cheese.
Jeez.
Nobody's looking.
Yeah.
They're on their
Go around, you
phones.
gronks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Doesn't surprise me. Most kids don't fucking say cheeses anymore.
They're all taking like pictures of like she's taking a picture over here, she's taking a picture. So
One girl's
And chicks looking underwater.
so someone actually built a sofa out of sand.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Props to that person.
Yeah. No smiles. And he's at Universal.
I hate it here.
Yeah. He's at Universal, so all
I'd
thumbs.
love to go to Universal. Looks like more fun.
Thumbs up.
Terrifyingly fun.
Why
Ah,
does the chick next to him look like Kobe Smulders?
kind of.
Or Smulders, whatever the hell last name is.
I don't know. Smulders, yeah. Kind of looks like her, a little bit like a blonde version.
Right?
All right, that's it.
40 craziest people in Walmart. Ooh.
Oh god.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Harley Quinn. She's just wearing a blanket comforter.
Nice.
66.
Oh my god.
That's dedication.
Yeah. Meanwhile, at Walmart, oh my god. Okay, these are probably gonna be.
Is that your manager?
We'll save this for another Walmart one for another day because those are the gifts that keep on giving.
Yeah.
People of go on the site. People of Walmart. That is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget you gotta share Liquid Blake's beautiful meme.
I want to play
Every
Fortnite,
lollipop.
Mom.
Yeah, those again. 50 vacation pictures gone wrong. Want to end on a little laugh?
Yeah.
Meme. How he gets that picture of me somehow, I don't know, but
I don't even know where that that's from of me either. I was like, where? When?
I don't know. They just snap it at the right time, freeze it at the
You're
right
right.
time. But yeah, so Liquid Blake is all about the lollipop. So
Oh shit.
yeah, so I have now been memed by Liquid Blake. More,
Nice.
and yes, he's still in the chat with the lollipop emoji. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So there is that. So we'll end on that picture. All right. So I
Beautiful.
want to thank Blabs, who will be joining me next week. Because like I said, I
yeah.
got to cover 2 in a row.
Back
because
to
of
that,
schedule.
baby.
Yeah.
There'll definitely be more stuff to talk about because
The world's probably going to explode by then, and we'll have
Yeah.
lots to talk about.
weather's getting warmer. The idiots are coming out more, so we're gonna have more like
As long as
News
there's idiots,
talk
there's more
guaranteed.
content to behold.
Guaranteed.
Let's move
Walmart is
on.
the second ring of hell. Yeah,
Thank you.
pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much just the second ring of hell. So it is what it is. But Blabs, let everybody know where they can find you and all that fun stuff and what you're working.
You
if
can
anything you're
find me
working
on. Oh yeah, so you can find me on Twitter at BlabberineC. I also have Twitch. I haven't gone on it yet. I plan to within the next couple weeks. It's at Blabbering Collector. I think someone linked it in the chat before, so thank you for that. Yeah, I have actually an interview with Lethal coming up this week. So
Ooh.
I have a pinned tweet on my Twitter. So if you guys have questions for him, ask them below. Oh, thank you. Look at that. Trey is always on point. He's just like,
Yep.
that's
So
it. That's all I really
my
got.
mods are great. All my mods are great. So they're like ready with the links, pretty much, and they're ready to just basically yeet bots from the chat. So,
Yeah.
but Megatron, let everybody know what like coming up with you, anything like you're doing, because you're
Oh.
inking Mulan sketches
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, so this coming Saturday, I will be coloring this girl up on my channel. To kind of taking a little bit of a break from my Combiner Wars series I've been doing on my channel lately. But yeah, you can follow me on Twitter. I think Trey put it in the comments here. And I often will come on Mara's Twitch channel to annoy the piss out of her on Fortnite.
Yeah,
So,
and
yeah.
now it seems Evil Dead as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
No matter where you go, I'll always be there to annoy the shit out of everybody.
yes, because it's like
Always.
when he says he's a free spirits, half the time we were playing the Evil
The literal.
Evil Dead the game, and we were like, where the fuck is Megatron? So, and the map is like doesn't really help because you can't. At least like the map that's on the corner that you can look at and see like where people are.
Yeah.
That doesn't really help.
Yeah,
Not in
I
that
straight up
context,
fucking
it's
ditched Cowman like when we were at the fucking last level or whatever because there was 2 cars, and I took one car, and I went right to the dagger or whatever. And he's like, "Well, you left me, you motherfucker." I was like,
Yeah,
I was like, "Motherfucker, there's another car behind you."
Yeah.
I
There was
was like, "What the?"
but then we were playing like one instance where Cowman, his character got glitched.
Oh yeah,
behind
he got
the door.
stuck. He got stuck in the
Somehow
fucking
got
door.
glitched behind a door, and he couldn't get his character out from behind the door. And there was no way for us to destroy the door.
Yeah.
So he had to stay there. And we're like, Cowman,
The whole
stay
game.
where we have to
The
go.
whole game.
That's all he could do, pretty much. But anyway, so we're gonna leave it on this picture. Like I said, next week I'll be covering Talk Nerdy to Us again as well. Steph might be on, but depending on when she's traveling or not, I don't know. It depends on her schedule, so I'll know for sure closer it gets to next Saturday. But this will be on my channel again, like I said, next Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern, and I'll have Blabs on again, maybe one or two others if they want to join. But we're talking about more pop culture news. I think I'm gonna take like tomorrow off just to relax a little bit, so no streams or anything like that. But starting Monday, I'll be back to a regular video stream schedule. So I'm gonna try to get videos out most every day. Depending on the topics, if there's anyone I want to talk about, and then streaming Metal Gear Solid 5 on Monday, Fortnite Tuesday, and then I switch off games Thursday and Friday, and part of me wants to say I think Thursday I'll be playing Soul Calibur 6 with Cowman because I think he does not work Thursdays, but part of me thinks he works Friday or something like that. So I'll figure out something Friday and maybe do the Evil Dead missions. We'll see, and maybe play with others on Evil Dead if anyone wants to join.
Yeah.
But it was fun multiplayer. It's a fun multiplayer game.
It was fun. It's just gonna have a pain in the ass because the controls are kind of off for me.
The controls are kind of off. There's no jump. You just dodge.
Yeah.
There's like no other things other than dodge. It's kind of limiting. You like, if anything, I would figure they would have at least jump.
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to like roll or anything like that. But
it's a pain in the ass to find the right ammo for your gun.
I have the quiet cosplay. I don't know what you're asking here, Foster. I don't know why you're saying why Morrow.
He was also saying Rhino randomly too. So I think he's just naming people, hoping they show up.
He's minging.
Maybe.
It's secretly Mazza. It's his alt account.
Yeah. So and Mike showed up. Yeah, we're
Hi,
wrapping
Mike.
up.
Hey, Mike.
Lovely ladies. Yep.
So, thank you, Mike.
Yes.
Yeah, Megatron's the prettiest lady of all of us.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me show you mine.
Show us those legs.
Oh yeah, hold on.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god, make them bigger. Here, look at that.
Yeah.
This is why I'm called
those
stunning
eyes.
and brave.
Yeah.
Just wait. Next week I'll take the top off.
Yeah.
Aruga.
Yeah. Get Rhino on next week. If he wants to come on, yeah, sure. So he's
got
more than welcome
Rhinotron in here.
Yeah, he's more than welcome to come on. I don't know what Mario Kart has to do with this, but if you're on Mario Kart, then Godspeed to you. That's all I can say.
Good job.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what else to say to that. And Disparu's here. Hello. Disparu will be on with Lethal Epic Mike, who's in the chat, just popped in, and Lady G, I guess if she's able to join, to talk about episode 8 of Halo in Name Only. And it's the soft porno one. So
Ooh.
He and the Covenant spy, the Covenant chick that somehow has not been killed by the Covenant species, had sex. You had to think they were both virgins. They had to be both virgins because she had no human interaction for years. Yeah. And he was trained as a Spartan since he was a kid, so like no real romantic actions, and yet they were. So that was their first time. Literally, yeah, at their first time. Somehow they knew what to do. They weren't like just like flopping all over each other, figuring out where pieces go or anything like that. And if they didn't use protection, because I don't think condoms exist in this world.
They don't?
She has to be pregnant.
Baby master cheeks.
So
baby cheeks.
Yeah, while Cortana
was
a voyeur. So yeah, and she's upset because her future body is no longer pure and virtuous. Yeah, and he'll be breaking it down there. Yes, Lethal will be breaking it down. Halo here. There you are. pretty much. So go check that out. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, set your timers for that. So it'll be a very good breakdown. Lethal and Mike were right. Lethal and Mike were right. They can hashtag that we were right. It's been a soft porno all along. They got suckered into watching a soft porno.
They should like redo that for Agatha all along. It was a soft porno all along.
There you go. So, and one more episode in this season. We'll likely tease. I'd say it's pretty much a given that they'll have like a Luke Skywalker moment. They'll tease like some major character that fans know and like. But even money will end on a cliffhanger. It'll end on a cliffhanger because they got to promote season 2. They got to promote season 2, and like even money is going to end on a cliffhanger. And cliffhangers, chances are, will involve the Luke Skywalker type character that's going to be introduced. Maybe Johnson. We'll see. Maybe Johnson. We see a bunch of looks like a shit's going to go down. So chances are Johnson's going to appear. I pretty much guarantee it. But anyway. Thank you all for joining me. Like I said, you go check out Blab. She writes for geeksandgamers.com. She's going to be interviewing Lethal, and the article will be posted about how long after you do the interview?
Oh, a couple of days for sure. It'd probably be like Saturday, Sunday or something. Latest next Monday. Not
okay.
This Monday, the one after that.
So a week from this coming Monday, the article will be posted.
Sure, yeah.
So go look for that.
Jay's article is up right now, guys, so go check that out.
Yeah. So she interviewed Drunk 3PO, and her other articles for her other interviews, like Dan Bask and
Dan Bask, Erudite, Germany, and Ryan. I'm gonna call him Germany from now on.
Yeah, they're up there as well. So go check those out.
Yeah.
I submitted my question for her for Lethal, so she has my question for him, and he has to answer honestly. Because I don't believe a word he says when he claims he has these. Pretty much. So, but anyway, thank you all again. So, Studying Brave Megatron will be streaming Saturday. These inking Mulan characters.
Yeah.
So, see you all Monday for a video. I don't plan topics, so it depends on where the wind takes me.
Yeah, all right.
Where the rage takes me, and Metal Gear Solid 5.
Where the cringe goes, we go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So it'll be about 8 p.m. Eastern, since I don't have to wake up at 5 each morning anymore. Then I can start a little bit later. So about no later than 8 p.m. Eastern, I'll be playing Metal Gear Solid 5. And then I'll figure out my schedule from there, what games I'm going to play based on whom I'm going to be playing with that I know will be available for the other days. So, hope you all have a good rest of your day or evening, depending on where you are in the world. And we will see you all later. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Later. Boobies.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.